We're live, y'all. Wake your ass up. It's time for All Hustle, No Fear. Go ahead and click the live and watch the behind the scenes or see the whole show the way it's supposed to go on YouTube or Facebook. You can follow us on Facebook at Hits 92.3 or watch us on YouTube at All Hustle, No Fear. But the best way to do it, baby, is to have me in your ear. So that's right. Download the Hits 92.3 app and listen in. We're about to get started from 7 to 10, Monday through Friday. Hey.
El celular suena, ella lo ignora. Con la amiga, pero ella anda sola. Soy tímido, pero yo le dije hola. De inmediato me juega como bandola. Bandolera inocente con pistola. Cara de mala pa' que nadie venga y joda. En mi mente ella está bailando lento. Encima a mí, pero solo en mis pensamientos. Producto de mi imaginación. Producto de mi imaginación. Producto de mi imaginación. Now baby girl, you know this your song, your song. Yeah. Little liquor courage got me thinking I'ma flourish, so I feel I'm sliding. She's drop dead and I'm dying. I swear to God I'm really trying. I feel I'm getting nervous and I see it getting further, so it's now or never, I'ma dive in. We locked eyes, God is watching. He got my back, he said I got him. So, listen here, baby, I ain't tryna go crazy. I just want a conversation that'll turn the penetration round. One, not disappoint round. Two, I'll make a statement. You're just really fucking gorgeous in your eyes, it's an amazement. Después de eso me ignora. Mira para atrás y me pregunta a qué hora. Ahora, ahorita. Depende del país que tú visitas. Producto de mi imaginación. Producto de mi imaginación. Producto de mi imaginación. Now baby girl, you know this is your song. Yeah. La tengo suelta y me dice que me adora y me quiere explorar como Dora. Se pone ready, la chamaca no demora. Di que santa, mentirosa, bien hermosa. Es una vista como Puerto Rico tan maravillosa. Bien humilde, su nivel es otra cosa. Se mueve como diosa, yeah.
Avanto Beats.
Alix, run that shit back.
They think I'm black-hearted. I've been grinding on my own, that's regardless. Yeah, you see I'm getting money, disregard it. When they see me, I'm the life of the party. They act like it don't faze me. I'll put them in the dirt, that's on my baby. Money slim, niggas really acting shady. Independent on my own like Miss Daisy. Prada, that's my pants, I got Fendi on my belt. Now you mad cause I'm up, should've played the cards you dealt. Wanna ring like I'm Michael, I'm a dog just like Vic. Remember when they used to say that I ain't never gon' be shit. Now they viewing all my hits, press play, then rewind. And they mind back in time when they spoke down, they know why. Got a bust on my shawty, she the baddest in my eyes. I know karma, it can be a scary sight when you in line. Ooh, she tell me that she like me, baby, I can't fuck with you. I got paper in my baby, you just gotta see it through. On my mama, I won't stop, I know I gotta pay them bills. Getting paper in this fame, can't explain how it feel. I done went inside my shell, nigga call me Michelangelo. Kicking shit like Kung Fu, nigga, I ain't no panda though. Rocking this designer when you could've had the same shit. Crazy how I'm here without the niggas that I came with. They think I'm black-hearted. I've been grinding on my own, that's regardless. Yeah, you see I'm getting money, disregard it. When they see me, I'm the life of the party. They act like it don't faze me. I'll put them in the dirt, it's on my baby. Money slim, niggas really acting shady. Independent on my own like Miss Daisy. I'm trying and I'm dying, baby, just to stay alive. I'm giving them my all, won't let up, that's on the guys. I'm traveling this far just to put this on the mic. Them niggas, they was hating, but it's all out of spite. I ain't even do none. They just want a problem so that they can say something. Add it up, give it back like a refund. Play around and you reach, we gon' have fun. Won't wait till I fly, know the odds, they gon' try. I don't care about what I live, it's my brothers do or die. Dressed up in my suit and tie, off that nigga know I'm high. And I eat the slimy ops, but this ain't a fish fry. Gave them all my heart and they took all of my strings. While I'm rapping to guitars, I'm emotionally in pain. I don't care about them niggas who was tweaking off their page. Nigga, look at how they did me, so I had to switch my way. They think I'm black-hearted. I've been grinding on my own, that's regardless. Yeah, you see I'm getting money, disregard it. When they see me, I'm the life of the party. They act like it don't faze me. I'll put them in the dirt, it's on my baby. Money slim, niggas really acting shady. Independent on my own like Miss Daisy. In my head, I'm thinking all my damn problems gone. I pray to God I don't see that early headstone. Got all this knowledge, but it's hard to keep my head on. Told my brother, watch your bubble, cause the feds on. They gon' listen, they gon' politic it, cause I'm real. These niggas hating on me, and I know they want me killed. But I'm blessed and I'm touched like a pedophile. No Eminem, but a nigga done ran 8 miles away from here. I'm tired of shedding all these tears. I'm happy, but I hide the fear of dying young, I'm trying to live. I know I'm up, cause a nigga never put me down. I left the niggas, yeah, that's right, I had to turn around. Moved up north, cause a lot of shit done went south. Don't listen to them hating ops, it's just word of mouth. Wear my Converse cause they know that I'm an all-star. 33, no Larry Bird, I'm a bully dog. I want a needle in the hay, but this the last straw. Ain't no Migo, but I know I'm about to take off. I bring my brothers in while I'm sitting up and counting all these Benjamins. Lost some niggas, but I still got some dead friends. Presidents, all I want, I can't pretend. Yeah. I'm emotionally in pain. Baby, can you feel the rain? When you about to hit a stain. Alright, that's good. I don't really wanna wait. Shit crazy. I don't really wanna waste it. Yeah, yeah. Look at this life we've been chasing. Yeah, 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 yeah. The fact I'm alive is amazing. Yeah, yeah. I pray to God that I don't waste it. Yeah, 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 yeah. But I don't really wanna waste it. Look at the life we've been chasing. Yeah, 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 yeah. The fact I'm alive is amazing. I pray to God that I don't waste it. Yeah, 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 yeah. The life that I live so amazing. God had blessed me with such greatness. So my dreams I'ma keep chasing. Keep God first and I'ma have patience. And watch how it fall together. I pray that I ball forever. R.I.P. I lost my dog forever. Can't pick up the phone and call them never. You supposed to be right here to ball together. Fuck up the check at the mall together. Then run a check up and we stun on them niggas. But it ain't the same without you on them pictures. I miss you, my nigga. But I know you're still with me. I don't really wanna waste it. Yeah, yeah. Look at this life we've been chasing. Yeah, 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 yeah. The fact I'm alive is amazing. Yeah, yeah. I pray to God that I don't waste it. Yeah, 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 yeah. But I don't really wanna waste it. Look at the life we've been chasing. Yeah, 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 yeah. The fact I'm alive is amazing. I pray to God that I don't waste it. Yeah, 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 yeah.
I ain't never planned on wasting. All the bullshit kept me praying. Know you better when you're changing. Hope my daddy see me make it. Cause I ain't never planned on wasting. Out here living pay to paycheck. I've been waiting on my break, yeah. Getting stayed with my ex, yeah. I'ma live it till it's over. Fuck it up and never fold up. Tell my niggas never give in. Pay for music, then I pay rent. And I don't wanna waste it. Mama told me that I couldn't come back if I leave. Thankful God gave me the keys. Without my niggas, don't know where I would be. Wasting this talent with nobody. If I don't make it, nigga, that's my problem. Gotta make it on my timing. Knowing that God got me. And I don't really wanna waste it.
Yeah, yeah. Look at this life we've been chasing. Yeah, 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 yeah. The fact I'm alive is amazing. Yeah, yeah. I pray to God that I don't waste it. Yeah, 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 yeah. But I don't really wanna waste it. Look at the life we've been chasing. Yeah, 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 yeah. The fact I'm alive is amazing. Oh, yeah. I pray to God that I don't waste it. Yeah, 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 yeah. I'ma say walk like you made a goal. When you one step away, feel it in your soul. She said get the fuck up when they knock you down. It's about what you do when they not around. Your father ain't died so you couldn't live. It's your job to go do what he could've did. Should I walk like the new me? Tryna stack up that loose leaf just to flip it like Bruce Lee. Should my son need me more than broke? When I'm lost in the flow, it keep me afloat. It's been months since my son looked me in the face. When you can't find a way, then you make a way. And I don't wanna waste it. No, I don't wanna wait.
I just want to run my business and do ratchet shit with my friends, and that's it. That's it. That's it.
You are now tuned in to All Hustle and No Fear with your girl, the Hood Unicorn. Come on, let's go.
Back against the wall, last name against the rope. Middle finger stretched, if you thinking it's a joke, tell my friend I'm about to blow, 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 about to blow.
What's up? What's up? What's up? Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. How you doing? How you been? What's up, my friends? I'm your girl, Sunshine Reigns, aka Griselda Blanca, aka Uni the Motivator, aka the Party Starter. But you tune in each and every morning so that I can wake you up in a positive way with some good information of things going on around the nation and make you laugh a little bit. In the building with me, I have my boo thing, my baby. I had the one that keeps me going, who keeps me happy, who make my little thing snappy. She's our baby.
Snappy.
I I've got Alix in Wonderland in the building with
Good morning,
me.
good morning, good morning, and good morning to Sunshine Snappy.
You know.
How y'all doing? It's your girl, Alix in Wonderland, Sunshine's Funny Bunny, your Cash App Bae, and God's baby mama.
There
Above
we
all
go.
else, God's
Above
baby mama.
all else,
Mhm.
God's baby mama. I really do like that one. That's one of my favorites.
Me too. It makes sense.
Yeah.
It makes sense for me.
It does. It really does. Like, it makes the most sense.
Mhm.
Shout out to Raise Hell. I saw him a couple of days ago, and I believe it was his birthday. So I just want to say, if you're out there watching, good morning, Raise Hell. How y'all doing? How
Raise
y'all
Hell.
doing?
Yeah. Good
You
morning,
know?
Ty B as well.
Yeah. What's up? Good morning, Ty. Ty, I was just talking about the group because I was like, man, I got to read this book instead of reading like 5 pages a day. I just got to bust out a whole chapter in a day so I can get done with it because it's triggering. But it's not triggering in the fact of like, oh my God, I hate this book, because it's talking about stuff that absolutely positively makes sense for America. But I feel like it should be on the reading list of allies. Does that make sense?
Oh, as in like our white allies?
Yeah, like I've lived this life. She's not telling me nothing I don't know. You're not telling me about being a black woman. I know this.
That is.
You're not telling me about what it's like to live in America. I know that I live this shit every single day. But if I was a white woman, like if I was your mother,
Yeah.
and I was raising a black daughter,
Yeah.
this would be a great book.
Okay, I got
for
you.
someone like that. If I was a white man trying to be with a black woman, this would be a great book for something like that. If I was a black girl being raised in middle America around, and I'm that token, that chocolate chip, that
affirmative action.
Yeah. That one.
Yeah.
If I was that affirmative action hire,
Uh-huh.
this would be a great book. Hold on, let me just show it to you guys. So you guys, just so you know, I do have my book with me at all times, and I try to read it. You know what I'm saying? Oh, wait. This book right here. This would be an amazing book in those situations. For me, though, reading it, it's just kind of like, it's like watching A Time to Kill. With Matthew McConaughey. This is an old movie. This was one of them first movies I ever watched that made me be like, I can't stand white people. But it's not that I can't stand white people. I like y'all.
She did say that.
Just, it's certain situations that, unfortunately, as a black person, my PTSD kick in. That movie is one of them, and it's one of the reasons why I don't watch like slave movies, or I don't watch movies where black people are disenfranchised, or like I can't. I'm good on that shit. I just don't. But so far, I'm on like chapter 3. It's a decent book. I understand why it's an important book. I just need something else.
Does it feel condescending when she's talking to you?
No, it feels more so like, you know, when you go to a party and you kicking it and you just want to have a good conversation, and then there's that one black girl or that one black guy who's like real pro-black, and they know a lot of big words, and they've been to school.
Yeah.
And then they start talking, and they start giving you that talking like the Malcolm X talk, and you feeling like now you want to put on your beanie and your bandana and go throw a brick at some shit.
Yeah.
Like,
I got you.
At least the voice that I hear it in somebody else in the group might hear it differently. But
I'm gonna read a passage and see if my white side reads it or my black side reads it.
Okay,
I'm gonna see how I feel after on the break. I'm gonna read a short passage.
Because I'm telling you right now, it's one of those books that's just like I was reading, I was like, oh, I'm getting triggered. So yeah. Nah, definitely start the book, Ty. That's the whole reason why I was like, nah, we're not gonna just stop reading the book just because I feel uncomfortable. Like, you got to make it through some things sometimes, and you know, it's a decent book. So we gonna get through it. Like I said, I'm willing to go at least halfway.
See how it goes, right?
Always
I'm
willing
with
to go
it.
halfway. You know what I'm saying? You can't stop just when the head get in. Gotta leave-
Yes, you can.
You gotta at
Did
least
that Cash App ching yet?
get that. At least get the whole shaft in there. You know what I'm saying?
I forgot you're the doer. My
Yeah.
bad. She's talking about her shaft.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. So I want to start this morning motivation off with just insight. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We've been on this for a minute now, and I have no problem keeping going with it. You know, like sometimes it's like church. You know what I'm saying? Y'all go more and more, the more and more I do this, the more and more I think about my content and who's watching, who's paying attention, who I'm trying to create the content for, or what I'm trying to do it for. I have to remember over and over again sometimes that things will be repetitive.
Mhm.
I've said this before. Get it? Repetitive. I've said this before. No? Okay, whatever. So things will be repetitive, but then I thought about it. You know what else is repetitive that people go to all the time?
Don't say what.
Church.
Oh, true.
What were you thinking?
The bathroom.
Yeah. So,
What you gotta do it.
with that being said, I'm going to continue to give y'all this word that's on my heart because it's obviously on my heart and it needs to be said. And hopefully somebody who needs to hear it gets it the way they need to get it and hears it when they need to hear it.
Mm-hmm.
So my message for today is that you have to take your ego out of failure. And what I mean by that is that a lot of times we don't recommit to things, we don't do things, we don't put things to the side because our ego is concerned about what other people are going to think about it, how other people are going to interpret the movements that we are making for our success. Success is doing little things differently over and over again until you reach perfection. See, the first time you do something, the first time you attempt something, it's not going to work out right unless you're just one of those lucky few, right?
Mm-hmm.
But most of us, we see success and where we're trying to go and what we're trying to do, but we have to tweak little ideas here and there for that success to begin to build. Sometimes that means that we got to go back to the drawing board with those ideas. And you guys call it different things. And some people can do it and others can't.
Mm-hmm.
We're rebranding. What is that? But see, when you say I'm rebranding, it's not a hit to your ego, right? Or if somebody else comes in and says, well, what's going on? You're just like, oh, I'm rebranding. But really what it is you're kind of starting over from scratch. You still have the base of what you want, but you're just starting over and coming back at it a little bit differently to see if it hits a little bit different. Let me change this logo a little bit. Maybe these colors will attract more people than these colors did. You know what I'm saying? Let me redo my tagline, because maybe this tagline will catch you a little bit better than this tagline did.
Mm-hmm.
But the base of it, the ethos of the business, the ethos or the mission statement of what you're trying to do, the base is still the same. But yes, there will be days, there will be moments, there will be times where rebranding or starting over taking a step back, however you want to call it, is not only necessary, but it's inevitable. So if you're out there and you're thinking to yourself that something isn't working right now, if you're thinking to yourself that you want to, scrap a whole bunch of stuff and start over with this new stuff, but it's still the same business. If you're feeling as if you're not sure if this is something you want to do because you're afraid of what the outside people will think or say, then you've let your ego take over the business. And what do we say about business? There's no emotions in business.
Okay, I didn't know which one we were going with. I was wrong about the bathrooms. I didn't want to.
Well, obviously you can't be wrong because Ty and DJ Ray's Hell both said the same thing. Like, oh, I thought she was talking about the bathroom too.
So it wasn't just me. Okay. Good.
Talk about boo-booing one time on this show. One time. But no, okay. So yeah, for real. It's something that I need, and I hope that I can convey to everyone, and I can convey to myself as well. It's okay to feel as though I like the idea, I just don't like the execution. And so with that, we're just going to start over and we're going to re-execute. There's nothing wrong with re-executing. There's nothing wrong with it.
Yeah, that's the process, right?
It's the process.
What is it? You don't fail until you stop trying, and it's the same premises. Just keep going. Switch it up. Don't be so stubborn in your own desire that you forfeit your reward. You know what I mean?
Right, that part. That you don't see that the end is the prize because you're too busy worried about what you're actually doing in the movement or in that necessary space. You redo things or you start over because of the fact that, well, you've learned that this does not work or this does work. You've learned that I like this or I don't like this. I want to be like this or I don't want to be like this. You know what I mean? This is what I am trying to accomplish, or this is what I'm trying to convey, or that this isn't. You have to take the ego out of success. Because if you can't take your ego out of success, you are always going to be worried about what someone else thinks about your process and your journey. Do not be afraid to say the drawing board is right here. Let's go back to it.
That drawing board better stay up too.
And so hopefully there's somebody out there who needed to hear this message. It's somebody out there who was about to throw away something that they've strived hard for, they've put a lot of effort into, because right now it's not going the way they think it. Sometimes I don't know about y'all mind, but I'm gonna tell you, my mind, when I first come up with an idea, is this big. It's this big. But as I work the idea, it gets smaller and smaller and smaller and more insulated. And then the things that matter the most, the things that mean the most, are the things that I concentrate the most on. Because we have tons of great ideas when we start.
Everybody does. Everyone has ideas, right?
But not all of those ideas are possible right now. This might be a great idea, but in 5 years, this idea will actually work. Because you jumped immediately from A to F, and you haven't worked B, C, D, E, or G. Yeah.
God.
You hear my stomach?
I do. I do.
So don't feel, my bad. I'll say off air what I just saw in my head. But okay. But don't feel as if your journey is dependent on somebody else watching it and seeing it be linear. Your journey might have to take 2 steps back. And if they ask you, well, why did you do that? Why did you go here to go there?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I had to realize that being here was something I wanted, but I'm just not ready for it yet. So I'm going to move over here and do this so that I can keep this alive.
Yep.
Some of y'all aren't willing to lose to win. Erica is on here. Erica said, breaking partnerships with people who bring you down is key too. Keep going. She's absolutely right. You can't quit.
You can't.
Thank you for that, because you're absolutely right.
Mm-hmm.
There are moments where you have to realize to yourself, maybe continuing with this person ain't as great as I thought it was gonna be.
Mm-hmm. And I don't want y'all to wait for a bad thing to happen. A lot of times when we think of breaking partnerships, you're thinking, oh, something went wrong. No, it's not even that. It might be, it's just not what it is.
It's just not in line.
Yeah. And you have to be willing. They can be your friend, they cannot be your friend, but you have to be willing to understand their placement in your journey. And I've been through that. I've been where it was like, why would we not do this? You know, we're friends. Who cares? You know what I'm saying? Like, if it doesn't work for your journey, it doesn't work. And breaking ties has such a negative connotation. It shouldn't. It shouldn't be negative. It should just be, that's what you need to do. Mm-hmm. You could still work with this person in other areas, or you've learned your lesson from them. But you got to keep moving, right?
You got to keep moving. This is it's like quicksand, or no, concrete, wet concrete.
Wet, quick-crete.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. If you stop moving, you gonna sink,
man.
So you got to keep your feet in motion some kind of way. You got to stay in motion.
Mm-hmm.
So hopefully that message hits somebody where it needs to be hit. My brain is telling me to say this too. It might go in line with it. It might not, but I need to say this, okay? It is okay to work with people you don't like.
True.
I don't know why my brain is feeling like I got to tell you this, but I'm going to say it like this, because this is, I remember when we was talking the other day, we was like, some people brain don't see shit. Mm-hmm. My brain sees a lot. This is exactly what my brain is telling. I'm giving it to you exact. So this is not from me. I promise you at this point, I feel like this is from God, because this wasn't what was on my heart, but it's in my head and it's very vivid. And if I don't say it, I'm going to feel some kind of way later. These people right here, mm-hmm, will work with people they hate to get where they want to go. These people right here, a lot of times feel like if I hate you, I can't do nothing with you. Mm-hmm. We're going to have to let that go. Sometimes you will have to work with somebody who might not always see eye to eye with you, be your best friend, be the people you want to hang out with. But it's something about that person that will help you get to the next level. I'm not saying you got to kiss these people's tail. I'm not saying you got to be in bed with them and love on them. But I'm saying that to get where you have to go, everybody is not always going to be a fierce ally. Sometimes they might just have to be an acquaintance. But they can get you where you need to be. Don't allow your ego, again, to stop you because you feel some kind of way. That's it. Mm-hmm. That's it. It wasn't a whole lot.
No, you good.
But that's what I needed to say.
And my spirit just wants to emphasize the last thing she said, because you feel some type of way. Fuck all that. Don't, yeah. If you think some type of way, that's different. But if you feel some type of way, don't let that stop you.
Don't let
that's
that
just
stop
feeling.
you.
Yeah. Now, if you know some shit, why we shouldn't be working with it, that's
you know
different.
what I'm saying? Like, you know, and there's rules to that, and there's gray areas, you know what I mean? But when it comes down to it, I need you to understand that this ain't about your emotions. This is about business. I don't care how it's like old boy in the car from Snowfall. He's like, every time some shit go down, I gotta sit up here and fix this shit because you don't like the way a motherfucker look at you.
Like that.
You know what I'm saying? Well, I don't give a flipping fuck if you don't like this nigga. I ain't asking you to be in bed with him. Asking you to work.
And you know what? You was probably talking to me because I'm like, nope, don't like him. But he has $1 bajillion in it. I don't give a fuck. I don't like him. I don't like him.
You gotta work through that. You know what I'm saying?
And my don't like to be crazy. Man, did you see how he tied his shoe? He reached in from the left and then looked out to the right. Like I be on some. So I still have lessons to learn. I am listening.
But that's it. That's what I need to tell y'all. Okay. Shout out to everybody who watching, who get a little bit of motivation from me every morning. If you're tuning in for the very first time, the very first 30 minutes, 15 to 30 minutes of the show is just me motivating you right off the top of my head. If this is something that you are enjoying or you like or whatever, please book me for your next event. No, seriously, because I had to think about that. You know what I mean? Like I said to y'all the other day, have your note cards. Remember that conversation where I was like, y'all need to write down what you want to do daily, you know, so that you can get those things accomplished and so that your brain can see something tangible. Seeing on a note card what you have to do makes it real. Marking it off on that note card that makes it tangible.
Man, that's such a good feeling.
You know what I'm saying? So get your note cards out and start writing down the things that you need to accomplish throughout the day. If you feel overwhelmed, get a note card out. The reason why is that everything that you wrote down, now you don't feel so overwhelmed because you can see everything that you've accomplished. You can see everything that you've done. If you feel underwhelmed, like you're lazy and like you're not doing enough, write it down so you can see what you've gotten done throughout the day. You can see what you've accomplished. Understand that you are making strides and you are doing something.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. A little trick I do too. If you're feeling like unmotivated or just down, write simple shit on your to-do list. Wake up, get up, eat food. You start making those tickers and then it somehow it motivates you. You see progress, even if it's in just simple stuff, has nothing to do with your bigger goals, but it's just about getting in that motion.
Just getting in motion and understand that you are doing something. You are in motion. Okay. But one of those things that I've been sitting here thinking about, those I wants, you know, when you guys say, okay, well, what are you working for? What are you doing this for? I want to be a motivational speaker. I want to be a motivational speaker. So think to yourself, if you hired me for an event and I knew exactly what that event was about and I knew what I had to motivate people on, or I knew a subject that I needed to hit on, how much better I would be after 453 episodes of being able to do it off of the top of my head, just off of my heart. This is training. You can look at it however you want to, but the way I look at it is every morning when I come up here and I'm able to give you something off of my heart, right off the top of my head, when I'm able to motivate you and reach you in a way that you need it, and I didn't plan this. Oh, think how great I'll be if I planned it. I will be a motivational speaker. I don't know how, I don't know when, but just like I was telling Alix, something came across my feed the other day and it was like, it doesn't matter that only 4 or 5 people are watching your content. It just matters what that one person, that one person that can change your life, one person that might need it is the one that's watching. This man said he had 11 subscribers to his YouTube channel. One of them was Oprah. And now he worked with Oprah. I don't care if 6 people are watching. Each and every morning, I'm getting up and I'm giving it to y'all exactly how it feels on my heart. Mm-hmm. All right, that's it.
Are any of y'all Oprah? Blink twice if y'all are Oprah.
Please blink twice. You know what I'm saying?
Blink twice if you're Oprah.
Blink twice if
Shout
you're
out to
Oprah.
that naked lady who called me and said I would be working with Oprah and Tyler Perry one day. But I talk a lot of shit about Tyler Perry. I don't know.
Well, I've said that I plan on telling Tyler Perry to his face some kind of way that you need to be doing Broadway.
It's the furrowed brow, as you say it.
But if y'all know me, like somebody else was like, you would really tell Tyler Perry that to his face? Yes, because I have no problem. Okay, so look, true story. If you've never been there in Atlanta, I need you to go because one, it's someplace that we need to show love to, but two, it's a really great place to go. So the African American Museum, the Apex, it's called the Apex Museum in Atlanta. Mm-hmm. It's downtown. It's right there in between the African American Library and Mangoes on Auburn Avenue. Okay. So I was at an event and me and Country were there and we were red carpeting. Mm-hmm. I met this guy and he was introduced to me as the president, quotation marks, owner of the Apex Museum. Mm-hmm. And I was like, oh, wow, I've been there before. And I looked him dead in his face and said, you need to raise the price. Now, this man was at least 65 years old. This business has been in business for a very long time. And he looked me dead in my face and said, we were talking about that. I was like, yeah, because it's way too low. Like, I appreciate the low price and the thought, because I understand the thought process behind it. If I keep it low, people will come. And, but what you have in there, what you are showing people is worth so much more. It's only $7 to get into this museum.
Not even 10.
It's not even 10. It's $7 to get in this museum. You know what I told him? Raise your price to at least 15, 25. Because everything in this museum is talking about the beauty of being African American. Most museums that you go to see African American things, they're going to show you either African Americans slavery or African Americans Jim Crow. Mm-hmm. This has nothing to do with us as slaves. This has everything to do with our history before our history was interrupted. Raise the price. And one of the people that was standing next to us when I said it, she looked at me almost as if I was like crazy. Mm-hmm. She's like, you just told this man to raise the prices on his. Yes, and I did, and I meant it. And when I see Tyler, sir, you need to be working on Broadway. Not as if this is something difficult for you to do. Maybe it just ain't crossed your mind in a certain way that it's crossed my mind.
Yeah.
But the same way that the Lion King will be playing forever and ever and ever and ever again. The same way A Raisin in the Sun. The same way that damn Hamilton. The same way these stories will be told for generations and generations and generations. You're not going to get that on a VHS tape. And you started out
streaming
doing
because it's 2023.
Shut up. You started out doing it. You were at the Fox and moving around to all of those small stages. Mm-hmm. But Tyler, the way I would love to see one of your stage plays be the next Color Purple on Broadway, that would warm my heart. And that's what I would tell him. Because that's my honest opinion.
Yeah.
Now, if you feel offended by that, be offended. But watch my show afterwards.
Right? Nothing to be offended by. No, I feel you.
But that's true.
Yeah.
That's just where I am. That's true. So let me get some shout outs real quick. Between Magic and Dreams is here. What's up, Between Magic and Dreams? I just thought about you. I need to get on your website and I need to buy that second book so that can be one of my son's Christmas presents. Yeah. My kids get books every year for Christmas. And I bought my daughter for Christmas her very first set of chapter books where it's like a series. I think I got her Junie B. Jones. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But I read all of the Babysitter Club books.
Same.
I read
R.L. Stein.
Yeah, I read all of the R.L. Stein books.
You could tell me someone there wasn't a murderer in the high school.
What? Babysitters Club and what's Nancy Drew. Killed all of those. So I want the same for my kids. And my son already read one of the Between Magic and Dreams books. Mm-hmm. So I believe for Christmas, I'm going to go ahead and get him another one real quick. So either Christmas or his birthday. So if you guys haven't heard of Between Magic and Dreams, make sure you check it out. Please, please, please check it out because it is a really cool ass series. My son loved it. And so that's what's up. Greetings from Spain. What's up, Spain? España. Hey, Españole.
I'm from Spain, Madrid, Spain.
I'm not. But I had some Spanish in me before.
I ain't never had no Spanish.
I haven't, but it sounds like the right thing to do. Sound like the right thing to say. So what's up? Make sure y'all follow us on all social media platforms at All Hustle, No Fear. But yeah, definitely want to say hi to them. Crowned by Queen said, friend, I need some of your drinks. Drop in my DM. I've got some. Yeah. Drop in my DM. I've got some. What's up? Real Bowman Lee said, that's it. That's the post. Yeah. She said it. I am Madonna Marie said, normalize not taking people with you when necessary. Normalize walking alone. Ooh.
Yeah. That is probably the most important.
That's deep. Because some of y'all is trying to take your whole entourage.
Yep.
And your whole
this ain't entourage. The BET Awards.
Your whole fuck the BET Award. This ain't the Source Award. Your whole entourage don't deserve to go. Especially if you gotta drag them. You know who I really love the way he treat his entourage? Who? Lil Wayne.
Do he have one?
That's why I love the way he treats his entourage. Lil Wayne said, to be my entourage, you got to be adding to the business.
Yes.
So instead of his homeboy just being around, he sent his homeboy to culinary school.
Now you gonna cook.
Mm-hmm. You know, I'm not gonna give you no money, but I help you make some money.
No, that's how it should be. Yeah.
You know, I don't think he sent anybody to school for lock maintenance.
He did not. And he definitely did not.
But that would have been a good one.
You should have sent your sis to school
for lock maintenance. Because God dog, you need somebody to reattach that front
I ain't never seen dreads with no tops. There's nothing here, just here. How does it stay? There's nothing here, just here.
Somebody said Lil Wayne's dreads look like a fish fry. And I lost it.
Nah, they look suspicious.
Yeah, but shout out to him for being able to take his team and his entourage and turn it into a team. Mm-hmm. That's real love.
Yeah.
So I agree with Madonna.
Yeah, absolutely.
Superstar Empire said, I done took 100 L's so I could take 100 more.
There we go.
Superstar.
We got I am Samu over here saying ninjas always want some ish for free. Oh, we talking about the museum and not contribute anything to the cause, but don't complain when the saltines raise their price.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah. Good morning, Karen.
Exactly. And that's saying a lot.
Yeah.
Because y'all are sitting up here, and I can say this right now because they just came out. I didn't even realize it. I'm not a Jordan fan like that. But I seen a homeboy and he had on some red Jordans. And the only reason why I noticed them was because he is Crip all day long. You know what I'm saying? This my Crip.
See work.
Yeah, this my. You know what I'm saying?
We're sorry.
Yeah.
We are not affiliated
at all. I wear purple.
I'm naked.
But he the Crip type. All that. I ain't never seen red on this nigga. It's blue for his life. But he had on these red and white Jordans. Yeah. So I said something. I was like, damn, what's up, Red? And he was like, shit, these just came out today. He was like, nobody has these. I seen them before, show.
It's the re-release. It's the re-release.
What do you mean nobody has those? I literally saw those a couple of years ago. What are you talking about? But y'all will pay for them damn Jordans over and over and over again. And the price has raised exponentially since the first time you bought them.
Does Scottie Pippen wear J's?
No, but his ex-wife does.
Oh, shout out to Larsa, aka Future's bitch, Bronny's bitch, Bill Cosby's bitch.
Oh, that's hilarious. But yeah, so for everybody out there, hopefully this was a word that you needed. If it wasn't, then I need you to go and rewatch it. Or share it with somebody else who the message might have been for. You know what I'm saying? If you watching right now on Facebook, go ahead and hit that share button. Share right now. And if you're watching on YouTube, go ahead and hit the share button, select the link, and go drop it in your Facebook and tag a whole bunch of your friends because we about to go on break.
I bet you won't.
All right.
General Sound said, you ever seen The Predator?
General Sound asking about a lot of stuff because he asked
about Wayne Head.
Oh. General Sound, you going to
hell. That's accurate.
That's accurate. That's accurate. He also asked, did we see Skip and Shannon Sharp? At least that's who I think he's talking about. What happened with Skip and
Shannon? I seen a quick blur, but didn't have enough time to get into it.
What was it about?
It was just about them being some crackers.
Like they don't like each other?
The thing that I saw was about, I barely read it, but it was about them, the way they were acting as a black person. I don't know what he's talking about. Or Shannon Sharp, how he's acting. So tell us what you're talking about. Tell us on break.
Or I'm going to go ahead and again, I'm going to try again. I'm going to drop the link in there. If you guys would like to be a part of the show, if you would like to talk with us, if you would like to be seen and heard, I'm going to drop the link. Please be dressed. I appreciate it. And you guys can be a part of the show. But to be perfectly honest with you, it seems like anybody once they get on ESPN start cooning.
ABC on ESPN, right?
It's not too many people on ESPN that haven't cooned out at some point of their affiliation with them. Charles Barkley, he done said some coon shit. Shannon Sharp.
And I wonder if it's so much
said some coon shit.
Right? Think about it. They're athletes, right? They retire and then they start working in these rooms.
That other dude, he ain't an athlete,
Who?
is he?
Which one?
He got that little mini fro, the round head dude.
That's Stephen Smith, ain't it?
Stephen Smith.
He not no athlete?
I don't think he an athlete.
Where he come from? I just figure your credentials have to be athletic if you talking shit on ESPN. That's my mindset. I don't know. Athlete. I think it's
Bring Brian Gumbel back. My bad. Okay, look. This is
Here we go with Stuart Scott. I like Stuart Scott. R.I.P. He was a cool one. I ain't never seen him coon out about no baseball.
Oh, Shannon Sharp finally checked his racist ass. Disrespected Shannon. Steve sucked in ball. Oh, so Steve did play. Okay.
Oh, okay.
He sucked in ball. I don't know what kind of ball, because
basketball. It gotta be got a basketball shaped forehead and body, right?
I don't know.
You don't look at niggas and decide what sport they play.
The only way I can tell the difference is by their neck.
Oh, he got a basketball neck.
Long necks are basketball,
right?
Short, thick necks are football or rugby.
I don't. She was a normal person until she said, "Or rugby." No.
We got people from Australia listening to us. We gotta include them.
Yeah, no, but you're right. And then baseball players are just
they just all around. It depends on if they on steroids or not.
Yeah, that's
because
like
if
the
they
only.
On steroids, not only do they got a fat neck, but they got a big ass head.
Yeah, and their arms do weird shit. Mm-hmm. But baseball's also the only sport you could literally be like 80 pounds overweight and still make a couple mil a year playing first base.
Yeah. Because your radius ain't that big.
Yeah, you
gotta run up and down the court, back and forth. You just gotta extend that arm.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. Look, we done started. Y'all, this is All Hustle, No Fear. Okay, Skip mad. Shannon said Tom Brady is washed up, basically.
Tom Brady needs to stay retired. So I'm gonna go with washed up.
I'm not talking about football because I don't watch it enough.
I don't either. But I'm just opinionated.
Yeah. I'm not doing that. Y'all, we're gonna go ahead and go to our first break of the day. We got some good music to play for y'all. And guess what? One of those musics that we are going to play is by Gotti the Ghost. Ooh. Gotti the Ghost does sent us some new music.
Yes, Gotti the Ghost.
So everybody who's watching on Instagram, this is your chance to tune in on YouTube or Facebook, preferably YouTube. Go to YouTube. Go to All Hustle, No Fear, and you can watch the rest of the show right there because I'm about to let y'all go. Bow. There we go. Bow. That's it. And for everybody else, we're going to start with a music video, and then we're going to play some other music. When we get back, this is All Hustle, No Fear. Alix.
Yes.
So, we talk about people's business, not their business.
Correct.
But in this sense, I think this is going to roll over into their business. So I'd really like to know where your mind is and what you think about the whole Meg Thee Stallion, Tory Lanez situation. Because a lot of stuff is coming out in this trial.
Yeah.
And it's really getting to be kind of eye-opening because in so many ways at this point, Meg Thee Stallion can be called a liar.
Really?
Definitely.
I didn't pick that up. I must have missed something.
Yeah, so we gonna get back to this because it's some stuff that I've seen just watching the clippets of this trial that have really just made me say I really think this is going to change her business in a way. And I mean, if cancel culture is what it is.
Oh, all right.
You know what I'm saying? Because does cancel culture work the same for women that it does for men?
Absolutely not.
It does not. But I think this might be a turning point. Y'all, this is All Hustle, No Fear on Hits 92.3. Tell a friend to tune in and listen to me because I am 2 Bar Baby. This is Skip by Les Riley, and stay tuned because we got some more featured new music to feature. Ew.
Here we are back to the beginning. I feel like we finished. You feel like I'm tripping. I let you in before, so now you wanna know the difference. You got a baby boy now. Are you kidding? And I don't really feel a way about it, though I had to find out the way I did. You think it didn't matter when it did, like you didn't use every room in the crib. Yeah, the apartment where my ex still lived. We was young when we met. I said what I meant. You could have said anything to stop me, but you didn't, so I left. And we never got right. You a psychopath, but I was still right. You take me high, I let you slide through. Then I don't hear from you for a year or two. Lately you've been acting like you hate me. You don't wanna rush right into dating, but it's been 9 years, why you faking? I get it if you want them in relations for the sake of your creation, but you're a fairy tale, a figment, and you ain't got a lot to kick it. What did I do for you to be so vindictive? You know that I'm the one that you gon' be missing. I guess that I'm the weekday, cause I know I'm not the weekend. I do not appreciate being kept your little secret. I give it to you, oh, you never keep it. Thought I was your number uno, but you played the skit. Skip till we fall, skip till we fall and break. Skip till we fall, skip till we fall and break. Jalen, Joseph, Tyler, Brendan, Darren, Nicholas, Kyron, damn it, all these niggas left me branded. And fuck Devin for leaving me stranded in Texas, cause he was so pressed for sex. Shout out to the fan who put me in the jet, too hot to stress. You just mad cause I'm popping like a vest. Knocks got my heart popping on my chest. And it wasn't just you, I confess. I got issues, wasn't always at my best. I sing you soft, nigga, how you gon' flex? Are there any more jokers in the deck? I don't see any keys left. Clean the hearts off with their heads. It's a bloody mess, yeah, this shit is dead. I made a decision to end it. We need distance, cause you got shitty intentions. I'm going into remission. Before I go in the clinic, just game over, no reset, I'm done, I'm finished. I guess that I'm the weekday, cause I know I'm not the weekend. I do not appreciate being kept your little secret. I give it to you, oh, you never keep it. Thought I was your number uno, but you played the skit. Skip till we fall and break. Skip till we fall and break.
Can we link up tonight? Drink some rock and Sprite tonight. My pussy is super tight. Couple years without taking pipe. I am squirting back to back. I made a mess over the floor. Moaning out loud, the neighbors banging on my door. But the pounding ain't gon' get it. You gotta put your tongue all up in it. Give me a better feeling, shy fucking your brain. You know you like it. Stop holding back, baby boy, don't try to fight it. Got a little insane, orgasm riot. I'm an Aries, baby daddy, you a Pisces. I'd rather make love than get a quickie. Love it when you're on top, go slow in me. And when we make love, it's a hell of a drug. I'm addicted to you like I'm a coke fiend now. Put it in your face, know you like the way it tastes. The way I scream your name in your ear, I wanna sing. Ooh, right there, don't stop, daddy. Feeling so good, riding you like a caddy. Beat it up like a porn star actor. Slurp it up, stimulate from my reaction. You know I like it rough, handcuffing me in action. So choke me
show me up on your back, I do the scratches. On top of cars, up in these bushes. On these staircases, no fucks where we do it. Don't tell nobody what we do. I won't tell nobody what we do. Keep this between me and you. All of this between me and you. Let me fuck on you. LMF for you.
Ladies and gentlemen, you are now rocking with the ghost, my DJ. It's time to move something. I came to move something. All my niggas in here, we finna move something. Now go and move something. You better move something. Cause we ain't leaving out this bitch, you'll have to do something. Why your crew front? Y'all ain't gon' do nothing. All these niggas in here, y'all trying to move something. Shawty, go move something. Go ahead and move something. I don't know about you, but I came to move something. Hey yo, I just got off work and I'm feeling kinda nice. I've been waiting all week just to see Friday night. And I'm trying to get right. I ain't trying to stay at home. Nah, I knew that the song when T-Burner hit my phone like,
got it, yo, I'm throwing a party, come and parlay, finna shoot you the attic. Ain't too far from where you stay, bad bitches and alcohol. What more I gotta say?
Shit, you ain't gotta tell me twice, my nigga, I'm on my way. Just give me about an hour to shower and get my fit time. Night out with my boys, just what I need to get right. Cause even if you're struggling and going through something, you forget about your problems the moment you move something. Fresh polo and the jeans matching with it, and the color coordinating with the team on my fitted. Retro ones up the rock, that's the world famous shoe. When I step up in the spot, you'll know what I came to do. It's time to move something. I came to move something. All my niggas in here, we finna move something. Now go and move something. You better move something. Cause we ain't leaving out this bitch, you'll have to do something. Why your crew front? Y'all ain't gon' do nothing. All these ladies in here, y'all trying to move something. Shawty, go move something. Go ahead and move something. I don't know about you, but I came to move something. Something in the air that's got me feeling so alive. Music blasting up the whip. You already know the vibes. You hear me coming down the slab, you can't see. I pull up game smooth like a rack with KD. My aura 101, something you ain't never seen before. Red carpet treatment, shawty. Treat me like a treated star. My crew coming through, and it's like the intro from Belly. Cause everything lit, and ain't nothing that you can tell me. It's after midnight, but the party's still raging on. Shorty done caught my eye, I'm trying to make it known. She looking at the boy like she trying to do something. So by the end of the night, probably gon' move something. See them looking fly when I peep it from the side. Brown skin diva that look like Keisha from the shy. The way she smiling at me, let me know just how she feels. Come holler at something real. Hey baby, you know the drill. It's time to move something. I came to move something. All my niggas in here, we finna move something. Now go and move something. You better move something. Cause we ain't leaving out this bitch, you'll have to do something. Why your crew front? Y'all ain't gon' do nothing. All these ladies in here, y'all trying to move something. Shawty, go move something. Go ahead and move something. Hey, I don't know about you, but I came to move something. Hey, yo. It done been a hell of a night, and it's probably the most that you ever felt in your life. No time for the bullshit. It's drama at home, cause we just wanna party, everybody is blown. The lights about to come on, so this is your last chance to get right with a lady, get you a last dance. So turn the music up until the bass shake the room. Break it down one time, tell them what we're ready to do. Move something, hey, move something. Get your hands waving if you're trying to move something, hey, move something. Hey, move something, do your dance, baby, let me see you move something, hey, move something, hey, move something, do your thing, doggy, show them how to move something, everybody in this party gonna move something, everybody in this party gonna move something, it's time to move something, I came to move something, all my niggas in here, we finna move something, now gonna move something, you better move something, cause we ain't leaving out this bitch, you'll have to do something, why your crew front, y'all ain't gon' do nothing. All these ladies in here, y'all trying to move something. Shawty, go move something. Go ahead and move something. I don't know about you, but I came to move something.
Assessment of ours on my Instagram.
What's up? We're back.
that was Move Something by Gotti the Ghost. If you know anything about Gotti the Ghost, we play some of his other songs on here as well. And we absolutely love his voice and love his music. You can check him out at Gotti the Ghost #1. Okay? Gotti the Ghost on Instagram. All right. Let him know that you like what he's putting down. So okay. Let's go through this. All right. The Meg Thee Stallion and Tory Lanez debacle has really turned into a fiasco and a sideshow at this point. Give me some. At this point, right?
Yes, we share bananas.
She wrote a face on the banana. Okay.
Our co-host.
It started out with the whole Meg coming out saying they were at a party. We got into an argument. He shot me in my pinky toe. Now, from the rip, a lot of people were questioning her story. And then it turned into this whole, we don't believe Black women. We don't stand with Black women. When Black women are hurt or disenfranchised, we make it a lot more difficult to believe them. Right? Okay. Then Meg worked the circuit. She went on that interview with Gayle. Gayle asked her some very specific questions, to which she cried and she answered. Okay. Then Tory and a couple of other artists, the Baby and supposedly Drake, came out with music talking about it or talking about her. And again, it became, we don't trust or believe Black women when they say things have happened. So now here's the trial. And the trial got information coming out or things coming out and things being said that, Meg, you did lie.
She did.
You have been a little untruthful in some things. So the biggest untruth that they have uncovered is Meg said vehemently that she never had sex with Tory. They did not have a sexual relation. Y'all remember the clip? Gayle was like, well, do y'all have a relationship? And she was like, what? You mean like sexually? Nah, we ain't never did that. Okay. Now on the stand, she's let it be known that yes, they did have sex. Not only did they have sex, but first she hooked up her homegirl Kelsey with him, and then afterwards turned back around and then was with him. And this isn't the only guy that they've done this with.
Choop choop.
Okay. Now you got Kelsey, who's on the stand, and she's saying that someone offered her $1 million to keep quiet, offered to pay for her legal defense system. And she's like, why do I even need a legal system? Why do I need a lawyer? Now, this is coming from Tory, who did this. Tory has maintained from the beginning that he never shot this girl. Kelsey has gone and got immunity and is pleading the fifth on the stand because she doesn't want to self-incriminate herself, but yet she says she didn't shoot Megan. I'd like to know what y'all think about it.
It's super complicated, right?
And I'd really like to know if this would change how you listen to Meg Thee Stallion's music. Because when it comes to men,
and music, y'all always throw out that, oh, I don't listen to Will Smith because it's all cap, or I don't listen to such and such because it's cap music, right? Because they're not living what they're rapping about. But for me, if you talk about how good your coochie is in every single song, your coochie can't be that great if you going behind your best friend and getting her sloppy seconds. You can't talk about being the top dog and how you the best of the best.
Bad coochie don't get shot in the foot. Her shit fire now. Don't take that from her. She got some snapper whapper. You know what I'm saying? We just have to let's just start this off. First of all, let's every single person on Bigo, on Instagram, let's all agree. They're all lying, right?
Yeah.
All of them are lying, right?
Yeah.
So that's not even a question. They're all lying. Everyone's truth is different and probably diluted with libations. That's what we call it. Right? So we got that clear. This situation is crazy though, and it's only I waver back between my opinion and the facts on here because when it first came out, I felt just from listening to everything that Meg was shot in the foot, and what she was doing was street code. I got shot. This nigga shot me. Yes, fucked up. But in the streets, you don't say nothing. You can't say nothing. You can't say it. And that's what she did. But she never spoke on the situation until it was coming out that she was lying. And if you know Meg's history, and if you watched her career since before, you know, she got big, she is a reactor. She'll react. She wants the truth to be heard versus an artist who might just be like, you know, y'all think what y'all want to think. I don't care. Meg is very much, no, this is what happened. So when this came out, it was just so big. You know what I'm saying? And then in the realm, this is another factor to me, in the realm of being shot, she got shot, but she ain't get shot. You know what I mean? Like,
of all the places she could have got shot, you know, she like, really did get Della Reese.
Yeah. It's like you ever see the homeboy like, yeah, he got shot, and you find out it was a graze.
Right.
It's not something you really talk about like that because it's no war wounds.
Right.
So it was barely shot. But then when I
like they hit her in one of them big thick ass, nice juicy ass thighs.
She was able to walk to the hospital.
Minimal blood.
Yeah. So it wasn't even like that. But I think the culture of don't say shit is what fucked this case up. If Meg would have not had the idea of let me protect this dude because from street rules or whatever, and just went forward and say, hey, he pulled a gun out, he shot me, I think the case would be completely different. And now, as you go back with her role in Hollywood, I ain't even mad at her and her little friend. Y'all come up. Y'all cute, y'all fine, y'all got money, y'all want to fuck these niggas, go ahead. Like, that's what y'all doing. They ain't doing nothing that nobody else ain't doing. Ain't nothing to pass one on to your friend. Meg got her money. I ain't trying to pay my homegirl's way into everything. Go fuck Tory. Let him pay your way into everything. I'm okay with that. That's the nature of their relationship. That's how it works. They pass hoes around shit.
So listening to Kelsey's part of the deposition and how she's speaking, there seems to me like she's more involved than she wants to say.
She's the camera. She's the eyewitness. She's that independent party. You know what I'm saying? But because when you plead the fifth, you can't plead the fifth on specific things in your testimony. You either plead the fifth and don't say nothing, or you testify. And she was only pleading the fifth on certain questions, and they were the very specific ones. Did Tory shoot Megan? Plead the fifth. And the way it was coming across but then
she hit it with, I plead the fifth because I don't want to self-incriminate. I don't want to incriminate myself. So that, again, that goes back to me saying, is her pleading the fifth saying that she was more involved than she want to say?
No, her pleading the fifth is saying Tory Lanez paid me to shut up. That's what her pleading the fifth is. She ain't shoot Meg. If she shot Meg, it would be a whole different story. You know what I'm saying? Like, she didn't shoot Meg. Tory shot Meg. Like, that's not. I don't know why y'all are questioning that. That's what happened. To me, it's fact. I don't care what y'all say. It's fact. But she's pleading the fifth because someone has paid her to be quiet. Someone has taken care of something for her so that she's the camera in the room. She's not Tory. She's not Meg. She's that third party that knows exactly what happened. And she's not going to say because of, I'm assuming Tory has paid her. She should have just been quiet the entire time. She should have played the fifth from the beginning. If you weren't going to say nothing, just plead the fifth from the beginning.
So I want to know how it is that she can lie directly to the police, because she said on the stand, like they played back some of her testimony to them, and she said on the stand, I lied.
Yeah.
Like flat out.
They all lied to the police though. Meg lied, Tory lied, she lied. When you're in a situation like that, and you got to remember, we know them as famous people. Sometimes in your own brain, you don't think it's going to explode this big, or in the moment you feel like you've got a handle on it or whatever. They all lied to the police. Unfortunately for them, it was on tape and we can, play it back or whatever. But they thought they were going to get out this situation or cover it up or whatever. And I think if you ask most criminals, 99% of them lie to the police. So that's not amazing. You know what I'm saying?
That's so funny, because I would never lie to the police. I just wouldn't say anything.
I mean, not saying
like
something.
For me, that's exactly how that would go. They'd ask me a question and I'd just sit there. And they'd be like, you have to answer the question. No, you said I have the right to remain silent.
Nope.
Anything that I say and or do can be used against me. So if that's the case, then do your job.
Yeah.
I don't have to say anything. I've watched enough CSI, New York, Miami, Atlanta, Alaska, Mississippi, Spain.
My Law and Order training.
To know that y'all have ways to figure this shit out.
Yeah.
You better go call Grissom.
I think
and figure this shit the hell out. Go get that brown skin dude that was in that was on CSI Las Vegas and in the Janet Jackson video, and go tell him to process the crime scene. Because I'm not saying anything, because no matter what you find, you're gonna come up with a conclusion. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So come up with your conclusions, then come talk to me. Now, anything that I understand that it don't matter either way, I'll answer those questions. How did you feel? Oh, I might answer that. But specifically what happened, this is your job to find out. I'm not saying nothing.
Yeah.
I'm not talking. That's exactly what happened to me when I got in trouble. Well, I didn't get in trouble, but I got blamed for something that I didn't do. Once that police officer started revealing his cards and telling me things he knew, and I knew he was absolutely wrong, I literally turned my chair around to the wall. I was like, I don't have nothing else to say to you. What you mean you don't have nothing else to say? You need to tell me what this is. No, I don't. You got to figure it out.
That's your job. You get paid for that shit.
I got to go to my lawyer and say, he is wrong.
Right? How are we going to get out of this one? You know what I'm saying? But no, yeah. I keep saying it. I put this case on that culture that we have, that you don't say shit culture. If Meg would have just either immediately went to the hospital and said, this nigga shot me, and kept it like that, the case would have been moving forward so different. But she said she didn't know, or he didn't, or whatever, and then changed her story. So of course your credibility plummets like a motherfucker. And then that's when we get these sides choosing, right? Right. Are you team Tory or you team Meg? And Tory's can't put a campaign out there, and you can't tell me they didn't. They went for her ass. And unfortunately, in this culture, especially rap culture, men are definitely gonna outweigh the women. The women we always look like the crazy ones. We always look like blah 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 blah. And then the fact her sex life to me is irrelevant. I don't care if she was fucking Tory Lane's daddy. He still can't shoot her in the foot. You know what I mean? Like, and you want to bring up if they have sex together, okay, who cares?
unless you're trying to correlate the sex with the reason why he shot her.
Nope. The only way sex counts is if she was raped. If that's not on the table, sex don't count. I don't care that she had sex with him, her. I don't care. It wasn't a murder. You know what I'm saying? These 3 people were in the car leaving a party.
Okay, would the sex count if he shot her while they were in the bedroom?
Not really, unless it was in her. You know what I'm saying? Like her sexual life. Okay, so the sex between them counts. I don't care about if her and Tracy ran whatever her name is, ran trains with whoever. To me, you're saying that to dilute her character so that I don't believe her story. You know what I mean? If I told you she was a nun and got shot in the foot, y'all be like, oh, damn. But y'all ain't know that nun tried to shoot Tori first. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't like that part.
I've always thought in my mind, looking at her and knowing where she's from, that she's probably aggressive. And Tori barely comes up to this bitch's kneecaps.
I mean, he's definitely got Napoleon syndrome.
And she is a big bitch. Let's just be honest.
She's two Tories.
She is not called a stallion for no reason. That is a you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure something happened. They got mad at each other or something. And she probably got kind of aggressive and physical with Tori.
Mm-hmm.
And little man felt like the only thing he could do was to pull out his gun.
Yeah. I mean,
maybe he did not mean for it to be discharged.
Yeah.
And his intent wasn't for the weapon to go off, but it did.
Yeah.
Because think about it. Who gets shot in the foot?
Mm-hmm.
Like you had he probably was holding the gun like, hey, shouting, I got my gun. Leave me alone.
Apparently he took it out and was pointing at the ground, telling her to dance. That's what the testimony was. He was telling her.
See, I don't even believe that.
That's exactly what he would do.
In the car.
No, they got out the car, right? They got out of the car. This is what they're saying, that he pointed at the ground and he was telling her to dance. But I could see that if you're kicking her out the car, and we know Tory Lanez, y'all see him, y'all know Tory Lanez's personality.
He's not.
Yeah, he's a very much I am the man type of shit. So I could, like, everything they're saying is fathomable. The case, and I agree with you. I don't think he was like, I'm gonna really just
shoot her.
Yeah,
I don't think it was his intent to harm her.
And I think it was more so actually a ricochet from the medical reports. It wasn't like a bullet entered her foot, but it was fragments. So it's just so much to the story. And I think if they would have just chilled, like, we wouldn't have this drama. It seems drawn out. Every angle of it is
what happens
out.
when you do drugs and alcohol and you don't do mushrooms and weed. If they would have been on mushrooms and weed, we would not be having this conversation right now. But because they were somewhere doing pills and allegedly doing pills, alcohol, or whatever else you do at these parties that are way far left, things got exacerbated. And honestly, I don't believe if you do add the drugs and alcohol to the mix, I don't think anybody really clearly knows what the fuck happened that night.
No, that's what I'm saying. Nobody knows.
Mindset is through a gaze or a mask of I was under the influence of something.
Yeah, and mind you, this didn't start in the car. They had got kicked out of a dinner party because supposedly, testimony-wise, Meg was too freaked out. Like, she was being too much at the party, and she was on Ben Simmons, who was dating another Jenner. So they were like, hey, you got to go. You're doing too much, like on some thought shit. So think about it. You came with Tori done brought y'all, and y'all got to go. So imagine the car ride home. Oh, we done got us kicked out of this Hollywood. I can't bring you hoes nowhere. You know what I'm saying? Then it escalates from there. We all drunk. We all fucked up.
Who the fuck you calling a bitch? Who you calling a hoe? That's why I already fucked your dumb ass. Like,
right. And then Kelsey probably stuck up for Tori, and Meg is like, no, but you my bitch. It's so much. Yeah, it's so much. It's so messy. It's just.
This is gonna be a Lifetime original movie in about 4 years.
So General South said the butler did it with the candlestick.
So speaking of comments, let's go through some of these comments because I got some on this side. I'll go through the Bigo comments. You go through the
YouTubes.
Yeah, and start where I got it up there. Would you stop listening to her music? Okay, so let's see. We got people cracking up over here. And I had to go way up because y'all have really been commenting. Okay, so somebody said, no, she right though, about something you said earlier. At House Blonde Pixie laughing my ass off. I know, but I wasn't ready. Okay, whatever. Over here hollering. Well, thank you guys. Thank you. Make sure you follow and like back. For real, she just slid that in there so smooth. You must have said something crazy, or I said something. Okay, they also say that they don't think she got shot.
So we saw people who don't think she was shot at all, despite the medical. All right.
Defense of the baby, self-defense will, etc. all the time. Black men icons are under attack at once. I read it the way you wrote it.
Yeah.
Were there other witnesses though? So are they paid? No, there were other witnesses though. So are they paid? That's a good question. If there were other witnesses, not necessarily were they paid, but what if Tory got them to sign an NDA? Or what if there was an NDA signed at the house before they left?
And anything that happened in the house couldn't be exposed. But I mean, legally,
been talked about.
I mean, and also according to TMZ, there's actually some camera footage that is caught in the reflection of a window that apparently, this is according to TMZ, that shows Tory moving as if he has a gun in his hand, but it's a reflection off of a window. So I mean, but also this is all speculation. We don't know the actual facts. So, but no, so your question was, would this stop you from listening to Meg's music, right? Samu said, I didn't care for the type of music that she put out there from the beginning, because not only her music is a contributing factor to the disrespect that is going on now. And I think that's kind of what I touched on, or what I was thinking about, as far as and I think you said it too, with just what she's known for, her good pussy, right? Like, and so I think people are judging her based on her music. This, but ain't nobody brought up Tory's music and the stuff he say, you know? So I think that's an interesting point. And then Samu goes on to say, we got to change the narrative of our men and women being a thing of disrespect in our society. We got to be done with being bitches, niggas, thoughts, and glorifying debauchery. But I like that shit. General Sal says, she's cool. I just wish all hip hop content would elevate. So a lot of the guys are saying the same thing. Anitra says, I actually find some of her music empowering. Dudes make music degrading women all the time. She is simply matching energy. I'm with that, Anitra. I find it empowering as well. And I think it's interesting that a lot of guys think of it as, why would you do that? Why are you putting yourself out there? But as a woman, being able to say that to me is empowering. And
okay, is it empowering if Yana was listening to it and repeating it?
I mean,
Yana is her daughter.
Yeah, but there's
her
also
16-year-old daughter.
Age limits. You know, Anitra's grown, so empowering to her would not be empowering to a 16-year-old. You know what I mean? There's levels to shit.
But let's be honest, music that is put out, when they are trying to gather you as a new fan, they're not starting to try to get fans from people that are in their 30s and 40s. They target people that are in their teens so that they can continue to have a fan for the next 20 or 30 years.
You do.
You people who are Beyonce fans did not become a Beyonce fan from fucking Lemonade.
No.
Y'all are Beyonce fans from when you remember being in high school, or you were just starting your elementary school thought days.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And you've been a Beyonce fan from Dangerously in Love, or if you're somebody like me, you've been a Beyonce fan since
but
my brain is saying I'm a survivor, but you know.
Yeah.
But since Destiny's Child. And so say Glorilla ain't came out for my age group. Just some people in my age group like that music. Glorilla came out for the 15 to 25 years old that really are twerking on some headlights. I'm not twerking on no headlights right now.
I see
that music ain't for me.
But it is. It is. And I think what's changed that standard, I will say, is social media. A 40-year-old is not the same now as they were 20 years ago. A 40-year-old is almost as if you know how it's like you just said, the 18 to 25 range. It's almost like it's 18 to 45 range. It's all in the same group. And I kind of feel like if I were to read Wuthering Heights when I was 15, it's going to have a very different message when I'm 40. So Yana and Anitra can listen to the same song. Yana needs to just understand her life lessons haven't taught her that her pussy is that powerful. You know what I'm saying? She's not going to interpret what when Meg said, I put my legs on his head, now he into wild woman. I just changed that man's whole mind. Yana don't need to know what that means. She don't know what that means. She could say it and she could understand Meg's having sex. But Anitra's looking at it like, yes, I did my thing. This is my sexuality. This is what I brought to the table. And I still see it as empowering. And I think both generations can listen to it. It's just, what do you take from it? For Yana, that shit has got to be trash and out the window. Yeah, you a fan, da-da-da-da-da-da. Great. You done made a fan. When you get older, listen to it and see what it actually means. You know what I mean? So I don't know.
Tell Yana we talked about her all day today on the show. Let's see. Over here on this side, we've got a whole bunch of likes and stuff. If y'all are enjoying the conversation, show us some love. Let us know you're enjoying the conversation and keep talking to us because that helps as well. Thank you for all of the follows. I'm following back. Tally Lane said, can I check out your mute? Can y'all check out my music? Yep. Send it to allhustlenofear.com and we'll check it out and play it.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see who else. No, they said the gun dropped and went off. They know what happened.
And if that's true too, that's, you know what I'm saying, that is a great possibility. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is, even if the gun dropped and went off, if it dropped out of Tory's hands, it's his fault.
Liable.
He brought the gun out. No one said to bring the gun out.
Right.
So he did shoot her purposely, accidentally. Hey, she got
indirectly
shot. Indirectly. Samusa, that's the problem with me due to the fact that we didn't check Luke and Nelly, and we don't need to keep that energy going no matter who is trying to keep it going, neither women or children.
Hold on, Sam. But we have to admit that Uncle Luke took his to a different perspective, because Uncle Luke actually took his music to Congress to say that it should be a part of free speech. Uncle Luke and NWA are the reasons why we have the warning explicit content on our music. Uncle Luke is the reason why Meg is able to talk about her coochie the way she wants to.
I kind of see that. I mean, I get that. I don't think he's the reason. I get he went to Congress, but to me, it's like the Rosa Parks effect. Like, he was just the one. You know what I'm saying? Did he really? No, he was making music and he wanted to make his money, so he had to go up the ladder. It's like Rosa Parks wasn't the only bitch who said I ain't getting up, but she got the credit. So he did change that and bring it to the forefront. And I mean, are we thanking him or are we mad at him? Because now, because of that, you can have Meg talking about what she talks about in every damn song. You know what I mean? I'm a proponent for free speech. I believe in it all the way. And my thing is, if I don't like what you're saying, I'm going to turn it off. I can listen to one or two Meg songs. I don't have a problem with her. I can listen to one or two songs in a row. And after that, I'm done.
Yeah.
Because I don't need all of that in my life.
Right.
General Sal says pleading the fifth sounds sus.
Yeah.
You know what happened.
So that was another question that I had. Like, we have the ability to plead the fifth, but in doing so, it also kind of hurts your credibility.
Yeah.
How do we feel about Kelsey in this situation, that she's unwilling to? Not only is she unwilling to say what she saw in actuality, but then she's adding to it by saying, I don't want to incriminate myself.
Well, yeah.
What kind of incrimination would come from you saying what you saw?
Because if you say, if you want to go, so if you lie and say he didn't do it, you're the only other person there. So you're incriminating yourself, right? But this man has paid you to say nothing, right? So, I mean, to me, what I see, like I said from the beginning, if you're going to plead the fifth, stay off the fucking stand. Don't say nothing. But she was getting freaked out because they had to stop court several times. They adjourned for over 3 hours. She asked on the stand, can I please speak to my lawyer? They had to cut the whole court day off because she had something you know how they prep people. We watch enough Law and Order and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Then the witnesses start getting scared. They don't know what to do on the stand. You see Tory, you see Meg, and I keep saying she was paid because I wholeheartedly believe someone is over her just by the way she's responding. If you go into court knowing what you're there for, it's been months that you knew this trial was coming. You get on stand, you answer every question until you get to that one question, and now you can't answer it. Something is going on. Something is terrifying you. Did Tory like peer over? You know what I'm saying? What scared you into having to adjourn court for, I believe they said 3 hours. So something is going on there, and I really don't think. I mean, I think she knows what happened, but I don't think she shot him or she's not saying something so more so to incriminate herself. I think that's just the gist of the fifth. You plead the fifth as to not incriminate yourself. But I think she's terrified.
So Teacher Nisha said, I definitely don't think Meg is going to lie about this and let it go this far. People have let stuff go further.
Oh, Casey Anthony. That's a perfect example. People lie out of conditioning. People lie out of just, especially when you got everyone looking at you. She's probably thinking, if I lied, I can't unbreak the lie. You know what I mean?
But that's a big thing about people who lie.
Yeah.
A person can say a lie so many times that they actually start to believe their own lie. Like, that's a real thing.
Oh yeah, where they believe. Then you start.
She could convince herself that this is what really happened.
But also, here's a great example. I don't know if you remember this, Sunshine. We were at the old studio, at the house studio, and we were sitting in the car, and we looked across the street. You saw a man standing by himself. I saw a kid with no parent. We were smoking. I don't know if you remember.
Yeah, no, I remember.
Me and Sunshine were looking at the exact same thing.
And both of us saw two completely different things.
Because there was a tree in the middle of the vision. Yes.
Perspective.
And we would have both been in court testifying to the same thing. Yeah, but whose truth was true? I saw what I saw. She saw what she saw, but the reality of it was so different.
And actually, that event has changed my perspective on how I look at things sometimes, because it is a matter of just where you were standing, what you saw, and that's the whole reason why people say eyewitness
testimony is trash.
Testimony is trash.
It's trash. It just
now
it's perspective.
add to the fact that you're high, or you're on Percocet,
or you're scared, or you're arguing, your adrenaline. Has anyone have adrenaline?
When's last time y'all had a police helicopter actually over you? You know what I'm saying? Not like you had a helicopter, flying overhead looking for somebody.
The spotlight was
right. No, the spotlight was actually on you. And then let's add their celebrity to this. So not only do they know that something is going down, but now the helicopters are out here, TMZ on the way, and it's we got to get our story straight kind of situation.
Absolutely. Because I could see.
And I don't believe that there's a part of Meg that honestly, in that moment, wanted Tory to get in trouble.
She didn't want him to get in trouble, is how I view it.
And I think that's where the problem is coming, because the police are like, no, somebody is going to get in trouble for something. We going to get one of y'all Negroes. And now she's like, well, damn. Somebody got to get in trouble, but I don't want it to be me. I don't want it to be my homegirl. And I'm hoping it ain't Tory, but he did do something. But not to the extent that I want y'all to, I don't think she want Tory to go to jail for the next 10, 15 years.
No, I absolutely don't think she wanted it to go this far at all, but it did. And that's just the reality of it. And that's how I was viewing her in the beginning. Because people were like, well, she made this up. I really saw her as someone trying to protect someone, even though they argued, because this was a whole nother thing, this toxic shit, whatever. But I've been in situations with people I was mad at in the moment or whatever. My instinct is to always protect my people. We'll sort the other shit out. Let's get out of this first, right? And I felt like she had that mentality. I don't want to tell on this nigga, but now my foot is bleeding. The police are overhead. What am I supposed to do? I shot myself?
Right.
Like,
I'm not about to say that.
I mean, come on, like it's almost like she was put up. What's it? A rock in a hard place.
So, what are we saying about the fact that there was gunshot residue found on Kelsey's hand?
I mean, did she high five Tori? Did she pick up the gun? Because if she's the one fucking Tori now, she might. There's so many possibilities, right? Did she? There's a lot of ways to get gun residue on you. It transfers. So, I want to know the amounts of gun residue. You know what I'm saying? Like.
So General Sal said, I got a couple of scenarios. Max Capacity said the police just want it gone. Just want to. It's gonna be a cold, hot girl summer.
I'm out. I'm free. It's gonna be a hot girl. Turk said I was the hottest hot girl. I'm not a new age hot girl either. I'm an old one.
General Sal said they was gonna treat rap like porno. I remember they ran over albums on the news. The Reverend is this filthy music. Yeah,
they would break them and crack them and burn them. They were really gonna try to treat it like porn.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That is a good question. I don't think that has been answered. Who was the registered owner of the gun?
I don't know. I might be able to find that. Good morning, CC.
Like, who was the registered owner of the gun? That is a really good question. Let's see. Shout out to 876 Entertainment. Everyone coming from Montego Bay, Jamaica. Hey,
help
Jamaica.
Sunshine with her accent, Jamaica.
Yeah.
Jamaica.
He got a good accent. He from Jamaica.
She's the Irish Jamaican. Yes, Anitra, Tori did have gun residue on his hands, according to the most recent.
Really?
Yeah, they said Tori and Kelsey both had gun residue on their hands.
Okay. Wasn't there a fourth person in the car?
I never heard of a fourth person.
Security.
I never heard of.
Wasn't there security in the car?
If the security was in the car, then that changed the whole story. Because that's the only nigga that need to pull a gun out. What the fuck? If security was in the car,
wasn't there security?
If there was security in the car, I hope not.
Let's see. Wait. But look at Lil Wayne. He got caught with guns, drugs, and money, and he took a picture and everything. Did Lil Wayne go to jail though?
Yeah, he did. He did. Tori overreacted. He seemed like a short hothead. Yes, that's what we're saying. Ears to the street. He has Napoleon syndrome. Yeah, he's definitely got that. He's short and bald. Like, he's short and bald with money. That's a triple threat. That's the worst kind of nigga. I hope his thing ain't small, because that's a quadruple threat.
Lord Farquhar.
Lord Farquhar had more hair.
Wasn't it a wig?
Tori need to put a wig on it.
He did. He got them little
man. Did he? Because they start here, stop here, and restart.
No, that's why his hairline look better now. He got them
Tori. Anitra here. I love these theories. Maybe she was trying to stop him and tried to snatch the gun and it went off. Therefore, both shot Meg. Dun, 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 dun. Now that's a story, because now Meg mad at her best friend when her best friend was really trying to save her life, and then her best friend's like, oh damn, did I shoot Meg? Damn, let me shut up.
So you know whose finger was on the actual trigger?
What if
compared
Tori's
to
finger was on the trigger and her finger was on Tori's,
and it pulled it?
Right. I mean,
so they were wrestling. So like, okay, so we down here and we wrestling.
Don't
stop it,
dance, bitch.
Oh shit! You shot me in the pinky toe, bitch.
And
it was Tori.
Eddie Murphy comes from the sky. Harlem Nights, bitch. I mean, I think it was a drunk ass night. How many of y'all had some fucked up nights that if the police pulled up, y'all would be on trial right now?
Oh.
I know that's my life. I just don't have no helicopters in TMZ overhead. That's all. All
right, y'all. So we'd like to know how you feel about this situation. I'm gonna do more. I'm working on more of just posting stuff that's going on that's interesting around the country, and getting y'all insight on it. If you check out All Hustle No Fear on Instagram, last night I posted I wanted to say this to you, Alex, because this is one of those things we need to, pull back to move forward. I've noticed that a lot of times I post stuff before a lot of these other big outlets.
It's called the news cycle.
Right. And so I'll see things and I'll post it, and then maybe about an hour, 2 hours later, or a day or two later, I'll see them starting to post it and bringing it up, right?
Yeah.
So we need to do better about being that template.
That being on schedule with the news cycle. Because sometimes being ahead of the news cycle fucks you up too. It's not hot yet.
Yeah.
So it's like you gotta get in with the get in. But I think, of course, big networks and all that decide all that, and it funnels down.
Right.
But what it does tell me is that we're in tune with what's going on.
Right.
On both sides, in the industry and in the streets.
Right.
So I think that's a two-sided thing. We just got to figure out how to put it in the right. Sometimes you got to sit on it, wait on it.
So the thing that I just recently posted that everybody is pulling traction for and they're getting is this situation where at Winston-Salem College, this young girl was arrested because the teacher was upset that she got loud with her. So I am currently trying to get a hold of not just the young lady that is in the video, but also the young lady who recorded the situation. And hopefully we can talk to them about it. But if you don't know what I'm talking about, you can go to All Hustle No Fear on Instagram and watch the video of the video was recorded by Bria Simone, but she said that the young lady in the video that was being arrested, her name is Leila Marie. I think that's what that's saying. Leila Marie.
Yeah, let's go with
that. Her name is Leila Marie. And everybody is saying that this is a horrible situation. Just the idea that I pay to be at school and the teacher can dislike something that I've said and decide to call campus security as a way to fix this situation. One of the things somebody asked, so what do we do now? As a parent and as a college student, as a previous college student, the first thing that I would say is everybody needs to unenroll from this lady's class. Drop her. If everybody drops her class,
they'll have to drop her.
They gotta do something about her. Everybody drop her class and no one take her class. I don't give a damn if her class is the only class that you can take for the prerequisite. Show the school just how serious you guys
go to community
are.
college and take it and then come back.
Drop that damn class. Every single person should drop that damn class. That's the first thing that I would say. And then we can work from there. But yeah, we're gonna try to bring you more things that are just, they need that light shed on them.
Yeah.
And hopefully our outlet can be one of those outlets to help start that. Okay. So my little boy Bob Marley got fired because a Caucasian girl said he was looking at her boobs when he was taking out the trash. So much going on with that. Wow.
I'm gonna have to look into this story. I haven't read it.
Yeah. Okay. So since we're talking about just news and what's going on, I didn't have a way to call this segment a segment because usually this would be under boss moves or bruh, I got fired. But some of this stuff I just did not want to wait until until next week to talk about it. So, I couldn't really find a lot of stuff going on in Nugget news. So this is where we are. Okay. This is where we are. There's another story going around and there's a video going around of a Black teacher in Florida who is just extremely disrespectful. And I don't understand why a person would do this or be like this. A Florida teacher is fired after being caught disrupting Muslim students during prayer. A video showing a teacher deliberately disrupting Muslim students as they were praying is gaining much attention. She unkindly crossed their prayer mats, blowing a whistle, insinuating that she is entitled to interrupt because she follows Jesus. In the video, she says, "I believe in Jesus, so I'm interrupting the floor," she said. In the brief video, two kids are heard worshiping and they are observing reading lines from the Quran just before the unidentified teacher enters the room. She was shocked to discover that they had invaded her office, and in outrage, she accused them of practicing magic. She said, "Hold on, this is my office and y'all doing this magic?" A student was practicing, I'm not going to even try to say this word because I'm not going to be disrespectful, but it's SAJDAH. The portion of the Islamic prayer in which a person momentarily kneels, their forehead contacts the ground, with the instructor suddenly stepped over their prayer mats and seemed to have pressed his hand with her shoes. Now, one thing I do know about Muslim prayer is no shoes are supposed to be on this mat ever. It's unclean. So the disrespect of just walking on their mat was prevalent in itself. But then you assaulted this child by stepping on his feet, his fingers.
Yeah.
That's assault, ma'am.
You touched me.
Indignantly, she demanded to know who had permitted them into her office. Although the exact date of the incident is uncertain, the video was uploaded to TikTok last Wednesday and garnered over 3 million views before being reposted on Twitter on Thursday. The incident happened at Franklin Academy, a charter school in Broward County, north of Miami. The occurrence caught the school's attention, and as a result, the instructor was fired for her behavior. The First Amendment protects student-led prayers. Therefore, students may pray while they are not participating in school activities or interfering with class time. Following the circulation of the extremely distressing TikTok video, the school's administration, Franklin Academy, released a statement saying that an investigation had been initiated. While we do not discuss personnel matters, we can share with you that the teacher in question is no longer a member of the Franklin Academy staff, and we thank parents for partnering with us and trusting us with their children and their education. Through the continued communication that we foster as a team, our school can only become stronger. The charter school shared in a shared statement. Franklin Academy does not tolerate discriminatory behavior. As many know, we are an international baccalaureate school system, and as part of the IB initiatives, which we are committed, Franklin aims to develop inquiring, knowledgeable, and caring young people who help to create better and more peaceful world through intercultural and racial understanding and respect. Okay, first of all, if that's what the school stands for, how do y'all have this woman working here
at all?
Like at all. There are Muslim kids at my kid's school, and when he started kindergarten, that was his first time being introduced to little girls that were Muslim. So of course, young girls, they wear the hijab. That's what it's called, right?
A hijab, yeah, I think so.
Okay. I, as a parent, took it upon myself to let my son know that in no way, shape, or form or fashion is it or will it ever be funny, cute, acceptable, or okay to touch her hijab. Period.
Yeah.
Before we even get started on this line of belief, I, as a parent, am going to shut this shit down now. Do not ever touch her headscarf or anyone's headscarf. Don't touch it. Don't pull it off. Don't look underneath it. Don't ask her, can she take it off? Do not touch this girl's headscarf. Now that I've seen this, because I didn't know that they prayed in school.
Mm-hmm.
I did not know that.
Mm-hmm.
That's because I'm not privy to the religion.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So now I'm going to go and have a conversation with my son. If you ever see someone on their prayer mat and they are observing their religion, whether it's outside at lunch or at recess, if they're in a small closet, if they off to the side, I don't give a goddamn what it is. It is not your place to go and interrupt. It is not your place to touch. It is not your place to do anything but to stand to the side and observe. Now, when they are done, if you feel as though you want to ask respectful questions, then by all means do that. Because that's how you forge new relationships. That's how you build gaps. You know what I'm saying? That's how you build respect. But what you will not do is disrespect anybody else's religion, disrespect anybody's culture, and disrespect anybody's beliefs. I do not understand why, as parents, this is so difficult to teach your kids.
Because they don't know. Think about it. You've lived all over the world, east, west, north, south, right? You've seen shit, you've learned shit. But imagine these motherfuckers who've never left Cobb County, Forest Park. You know what I'm saying? Imagine 6, that kind 7, of stuff.
Y'all gotta get out of I know people who have never left their freaking neighborhood, that they are east side till I die and will not go to the west side. Y'all sound stupid as shit to me. People who have never left their zip code or their area code are crazy.
Yeah.
To me.
Yeah. I went to a high school. It was an international learning school. It had over 100 countries represented at that school. I was able to see things that most people could only go to an encyclopedia and read about. We had so many religions represented, countries represented, cultures, all of that. So I got to see and learn respect in real time at a very young age. When I got into the real world, I realized things aren't melting pots like that. Things are very segregated, either by culture. It's natural. You go with your people. Real life is segregated, but I learned a lot of lessons early on. And I also got to watch a lot of teachers who were older struggle with trying to be respectful to these students who had all these different needs. There was over 100 countries. And so what I started identifying things like this woman right here, the fact that she called their shit magic, number one, means that you believe your religion is the only thing that's real. Whoever interviewed you should have picked up on something like that. Right. This is you. This is who you are.
International school. There should have been things there. Yeah,
there's
I agree.
Whoever let this teacher in the building, they knew how she was. I don't know what other credentials she had that might outweigh that, but this is not the first time she went in. She wanted to step on that boy's hands. And if that's your reaction, that it's just not new is what I guess I'm trying to say. Someone should have saw a pattern of behavior. So now I'm questioning the people who hired her. What are y'all thinking that y'all aren't saying? Would this have been okay if the news hadn't heard about it? Would y'all have just told the Muslims, y'all are straight?
Yeah, get over it.
Yeah, and I'm reading one of the comments said they were Muslims. You pray to the east. You go to the east to pray. Her office was the furthest east they could get in the building. That's why she was in there. And I want to say, I don't know if this is fact, but under our Constitution, that is actually their right.
Yeah.
To be in her office at that point.
Yeah.
Because it's for prayer.
And it's not your office.
It's not.
It's the school building.
Yeah. And come on now, if you really thought it was magic, bitch, don't you know they could put a spell on you? Like, why would you do that?
I promise you, to this day, I can't wait to meet my Karen because I'm not gonna fight with her. I'm saying.
I'm saying.
I bet your back hurt, bitch. It's gonna be my new
Get
thing.
to speaking in tongue. Nah, yeah. Just try. I just think it's always insane to me, especially if you ever go to like a Catholic church, it's very much like a seance. You know what I'm saying? It's very much like you burn frankincense.
Who are you talking to? My grandmother was Catholic.
I'm talking to the 500,000 listeners and viewers that tune in to Hits 92.3 every morning just to hear us.
I'm so surprised that I don't own a rosary.
Oh, I've got billions.
I don't have a rosary, but Catholicism runs so deep on my father's side that one of my cousins speaks full Latin and did his commencement or whatever it is in full Latin.
Yeah, that's what you do.
Like he took his first communion in full Latin. That's Catholic on my family.
Yeah,
because we're from up north. Not my family's not from the South per se. They're from up north. So most Black people up north are Christian Catholic, right? Catholic anyway. Down south is where you start getting the Baptists and.
No, yeah, I was raised. Both my grandparents are extremely Catholic. Both my parents went to private Catholic schools, and then both of them completely turned their back on the Catholic Church. So I'm raised by those people. But in the summer times, I had to go to Catholic church. I wasn't allowed to take
down
the communion.
On the pews. Yeah, I wasn't allowed to take communion. So I was always, but I always walked up there.
Oh, I wasn't even allowed to do that. That's how deep it was. But I always watched. I was always in church as an observer, not a believer. So I think I looked at things a little different. And it's funny when I talked to my cousin who was, she was a choir girl or whatever the fuck they call them. She did all that. She did her communion, changed her name, all the stuff you got to do. And it's funny just our different views on it. And she was inundated in it, and I was more so of an observer,
from the outside looking in. Yeah, I was more of an outside looking in because I was there every summer. But
I took Latin too.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. How do y'all feel? Do you think the school is right by firing her? Do you think she was in some kind of way right in her feelings or whatnot? Like, I just like to know.
A lot of times they're like, well, we're going to put her through sensitivity training, I wish they could do the training and then fire her. Like, make her go to some kind of course that's going to teach her, hey, people are different. You know what I'm saying? You mad because, they was in your office, whatever. Maybe you didn't understand why, but people are different. So let's put her through the training and then fire her ass.
Do you think it would be different if she would have been at a Midwestern public school compared to being at a Florida, which we already know is a very big melting pot of a lot of different people, being at a Florida IB school?
What's IB stand for?
International Baccalaureate.
I wonder. Honestly, I would expect it more out of a Midwest school. To be honest, like you said, Florida has got everybody in there. What I do think the outcome might have been different. It might have been swept under the rug. It might not have been seen as wrong. The Muslims might be in there like, damn, we got to pray somewhere else now. She might have been right. Y'all shouldn't have been in her office. But clearly someone okayed it for them. They were enrolled. They ask you your religion when you're enrolled, right? So either one, find a dedicated spot, the same way y'all got nursing rooms and things like that for moms. Find a dedicated spot for your students that have to pray every day, so they won't.
Is there any other religion where they have certain times of day that they have to pray like this? Like, is there okay, I'll tell you something that I always noticed. When I used to own a embroidery spot inside the mall. In the mall, they tell you that these are the only days that the mall is closed. Otherwise, you are charged if you do not open your store. One of those days was Martin Luther King birthday. You still had to be open on ML King, but I would close my shop every year on ML King. And when they argue with me about it, I'd be like, well, you guys don't say anything to the Jewish people who are in here who close down for Amen-Pur, whatever that is, when they observe their religious holidays. So for me, this is my religious holiday. I'm gonna close on King Day.
Yeah. I mean, there's a clear argument there, though.
Right.
There's
so my question becomes, is it the same in the school system? Are there days or are there things that during the school day, if I am a a Hasidic Jew, or if I'm an Orthodox Jew, or if I am, I can't think of it, Muslim and Jewish people, them the only two that I can think of. Is there an Asian religion where they would have to pray multiple times a day?
Probably some monk and Buddhist type shit. I'm not sure. I have no idea, but I'm sure there is.
So my question would become, is it because it is a Muslim religion? Would the school system have a system like that you're saying if it was a different religion? Because we know how America is when it comes to Muslims anyway.
Yeah. I mean, until we gotta be honest, right? Religions with fair-skinned members tend to be seen as less demonized, I guess.
So if she was a nun, if these were nuns
doing their rosary prayers, no, she would have respected the fuck out of them. I mean, clearly they're probably on the same side of religion, but it would have been different. It definitely would have been different.
If it would have been Hispanic people and they have they candles out.
Oh, like the center, yes, shit. Would she have blown them out? First of all, you're not even fucking with these students. You fucking with they God. So, bitch, watch out. Number one, you crazy for that.
Yeah.
But I wonder. I'm sure I can't assume because I'd be doing what she's doing. But just logic tells me that all of that played a factor. I'm sure. I don't know what color they were, but I'm sure all of that. The sounds they were making, the bending they were doing, the attire they were wearing. Just from her calling it magic. Bitch. This is not, they're not pagans. We're not burning them at the stake.
Right. Right.
But yeah, this is still 2023 and it's still going on.
General South said, do the Kanye shit to her. Ain't that the same thing? How? Kanye's done so much, sir. You've got to narrow this down.
Right? What is we doing?
Hell yeah said, I think if it wasn't on the internet, she wouldn't have gotten fired. That the public outrage may still be there, but on a smaller scale, there may where maybe they would have just made her go to training.
I say train her, then fire her. Can we do that? That's a new thing. Can't you? Yeah, because you can't put her out in the world. She's gonna go work somewhere else and step on people's fingers again. She got to get trained. She got to understand. She has to understand. Somebody gonna teach her.
Ears to the Street said, there you go. MLK is a all-purpose black holiday. You right. Look, I mean, I don't know about y'all, but Martin Luther King said, break.
My dad never took MLK Day off, ever. And he said if it wasn't for him, he probably wouldn't be able to work where he was working. So his idea was to go to work that day. Now, mind you, my dad takes every other day off. But that's just his.
But I'm saying, though, if that's how he wants to observe that holiday by saying Martin Luther King fought so I could get on the bus and go to work. And I'm going to go to work. And that's what it is. Martin Luther King fought for me to be able to say, I'm not going to work.
And the real truth is, though, that like certain holidays do hold more weight. Like that certain religions get more respect. And whether it's their scale or the color of their members or the money they've put into the Constitution. There's just a lot of different things. Like why does our dollar bill say "In God We Trust"? Who's God? You know what I mean? That to me is another question. They just had this article with the After School Satan Club. Everyone is in uproar because it's called the After School Satan Club. But if you read the details of what the After School Satan Club is, it has nothing to do with Satan. They're seeing Satan as a figure who talks about not following other people to live in your own right. It was approved by the school. It was approved by everybody until it got on the internet. Right?
And folks that ain't even going to the school, don't send their kids to the school, don't have nothing to do with the school, all gonna be up in arms and making decisions off of clickbait.
Yeah. signing petition.orgs because they read a blurb. But if you really read their mission statement, it was actually a beautiful thing. And I tried to join, and then that's when I found out they had to take it out. So I want to go to the After School Satan Club. I really do. I want me a little jacket that say After School Satan. I want some matching panties, and I want to wear that shit. And I want
you and your devil pants. Y'all, we got to go to our last break of the day. When we get back from this last break of the day, let me see. What else did I have that I wanted to talk to y'all about? We've had some real good conversations today. I'm really enjoying. When we get back, everybody in Georgia, y'all bring y'all ass to the congregation, to the front of the congregation, because y'all is getting nasty. Y'all got sicky dickies out here, and y'all passing it around. Y'all got everybody got an STD in Georgia.
Nope,
everybody
not
got
it.
an STD.
We're streaming live from Saturn. not it.
So we gonna talk about it. All right. This is All Hustle No Fear on Hits 92.3, the real definition of internet radio. We're gonna play a song and get right back. This is T-Mo Goody, Top of the AA.
Hey,
the
T-Mo.
AA.
Top of the AA. It's the top of the AA. It's the top of the AA. It's the top of the AA. I'm up in at this money. People think it's funny. We walk when I be running. I need it in a hurry. Look, shawty body curvy. Her man looking worried. Don't wanna have to bury your tail tucked scurry. I don't want no problem. I'll be the one to solve them. Don't fight over no bitches. Too many in the world. She's never really yours. You're never really hers. My vision full of blurs. These niggas looking scared. Looking like a coward. Your attitude is sour. You do it for the minute, I do it for the hour. God gave me the power, grace and gave me mercy. Haters wanna curse me, but their weapons didn't prosper. Satan tried to hurt me, chocolate like a Hershey. New York got to New Jersey, like James, I'm worthy. He see a G coming, but I don't wanna. If I did, she's a goner. We be smoking marijuana in some corner of the AA, the top of the AA. Of the AA, the top of the AA. I'd have her in a sauna by the end of the night. We'd be under the moonlight. By the end of the night, we'd be on Versace sheets with a bottle of Bel Air, looking up at the stars with just a few cares. Fingers through your hair, playing truth or dare. You a model, I'm a player. It's been groomed and I care. Don't give a fuck about this bullshit in the world. I only care about my little boy and two little girls. My wife and my mama, my daddy and my brothers, and everybody else that get caught up in the struggle and suffer. Long suffering, the top of the AA, the top of the AA, it's the top of the AA, the top of the AA.
The top of the AA. Y'all, somebody go tag T-Mo and tell him All Hustle No Fear been playing the hell out of his song.
Hey, T-Mo.
Hey, T-Mo.
I want to go follow all the goodies. I follow Give and T-Mo. I want to go follow Cujo. At the very top of his shit say no thoughts. So I just logged off. It say like married 27 years, no thoughts. I was cracking up. I said, damn, I can't even follow Cujo.
Aww. That's hilarious. All right. So let me tell y'all about this one. Health officials see a disturbing spike in sexually transmitted diseases in Georgia. Health leaders in Georgia and across the country are sounding the alarm about the rise of sexually transmitted infections. In the Peach State, officials report that they are seeing the highest rate of certain diseases in a decade, saying that Georgia is one of the states that is fueling the surge nationwide. New numbers for the Georgia Department of Health shows cases of gonorrhea and syphilis rose 17% in 2021 from the year earlier and 60% from 10 years ago. Doctors and healthcare advocates are worried about the alarming trend and believe that Georgians are getting too relaxed on safe sex standards. Dwayne Ford, the director of HIV prevention services and AIDS, Atlanta, called the trend very disturbing. With the pandemic and people having more downtime, there may be more activity among intimate partners, Ford said. Make no mistake, it's not a time to let your guard down. There's a lack of condom usage, he said. There's a lack of communication between partners about their status. Dr. Cecil Bennett, the medical director for Noonan Family Medical Associates, said there seems to be a lot of inhibition out there across the board. Yes, I blame Meg the Stallion and her pussy.
I don't. I blame the nuns.
I blame all the music that's talking about going out here and smacking somebody down, because none of them talking about putting a condom on. Even condom in
don't
TV,
rhyme with a lot.
But
It's okay. She didn't want to laugh at me.
But even in movies and TV, for a while there, at the height of the AIDS epidemic, you saw people on TV and in movies talking about condoms.
Yeah, it was very trendy, actually.
It was very trendy. The first thing them trying to open the condom, flashing the
Hell, Left Eye wore one on her eye.
Right, flashing the Magnum, whatever. It was definitely something that people talked about a lot more. Now you hardly ever hear about anybody talking about condoms. Hell, I don't see that many condoms on the street no more.
You know what I was wondering though? Is it a demographic thing? Because they push condoms to young folks. Are we in the demographic where we're supposed to be married, or you know what I'm saying? Are we in the demographic that doesn't get marketed to? Because I don't hear it either. I don't even see condoms like that. You know, maybe I'm not looking for them like that, but I remember they used to be up front on the counters. You know what I'm saying? That kind of thing.
I used to see condoms everywhere.
Yeah, and then I know in some places like CVS, you got to go get it unlocked. You got, you know what I'm saying? Shit like that. Is the access taken away? Which I just can't believe. But then, you know, when we were younger too, you could go to the clinic and get a brown bag full of condoms. I don't know.
Planned Parenthood downtown, right there on Auburn Avenue, in that big building where the big bank building, whatever that Citizens Trust or whatever that bank is. You go up to, I think it was like the 10th floor, and yes, you didn't even have to have an appointment. You just walk up in there and be like, I need a bag of condoms.
Can I get a number 7?
Man,
that's
you
a bag
get
of condoms and a Sprite.
dams, you get condoms, you get lube, you get everything. Please don't ask me how I know, but I went to Georgia State.
All college, well, I won't say all because I'm not sure, but most college campuses have some type of access like that. I believe it was, can't remember the country. It's a foreign country with pale-skinned people, but they are giving out free condoms to anyone under 25. Your condoms are free.
As it should be.
Yeah, but why 25? That, and this is part of what we're talking about now, right? Because I'm sure it's these older people our age who are out there.
I don't understand why they don't give out condoms at the nursing home. Because they are fucking.
That would, I've read an article
Nana
about
is
this.
Busting grandpa, your grandpa down. Not her husband, but just your grandpa.
Yeah, Nana's busting everybody grandpa down. They said STD rates within nursing homes is astonishingly high.
Astonishing.
And so I mean, and then we've heard the stories about the nurses who get in relationships with the older men because they're about to die. It's a lot going on in nursing homes. But Anitra said, I'm trying to find words that rhyme with condom. I almost said Ramadan, but that's wrong.
So the first thing my brain said was Hillary Rodham.
Rodham
had a condom.
Lewinsky. No.
Suck my Dinsky.
For Pertinsky.
I did not have relations with that woman.
Shout out to the GOAT. But no, I think a lot of times sexual, what do you call that shit? Stuff.
Intercourse.
Well, all that is marketed towards, yeah. But it was something funny.
I know so many words for the word sex.
I just like the phrase for some reason, lack of condom usage. It sounds so technical. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how to change this because Atlanta is wild.
Out there.
Yeah, it is
like
wild.
Y'all just bucking and fucking.
And then I don't think people really understand Atlanta is a sex city. When
I haven't had a condom in 10 years.
Well, I would say you're part of the problem, but you're not doing nothing else. So I couldn't imagine, like, to me, I'm have a fear of pregnancy. So besides STDs, I have a real fear of pregnancy.
I do too.
I couldn't imagine.
That's why I take birth control.
No, I can't take birth control. So yeah, I don't know. This is interesting to me because I think Atlanta's sex industry is so, I want to say, underground. Like, we're not like Vegas. You don't think, hey, when you think of Vegas, you think, oh yeah, we can go bachelor party, get laid. Atlanta's the same, but it's all underground, and all these clubs and networks where it's tons of people having sex together. It's not hard to find here. So I understand. Treehouse, shit, I don't even want to name some of the places because it's illegal, but
yeah.
And
Can you take me there?
You been there. But yeah,
face down, ass up. Let me see it. Yeah. Not only that, when you can start naming off streets, and people know that street is known for prostitution. Yeah, Fulton Industrial.
I mean, I've definitely walked up, got out my car,
They
and
changed
been offered
the name of a street because it was known for sex.
So you changed Stewart Ave to Metropolitan. And guess what the fuck we call it?
Metropolitan.
And guess what the fuck you still get there?
Sex.
So
National Highway.
The tourists wouldn't know.
If you don't know, but it's a I think it's still up. They might have tore it down, but it's a hotel right next to It's a hotel. It's a hotel. I'm not gonna look yet. Let me finish my statement. It's a hotel right next to the Waffle House on National. Trust me. If you go in there and are coming out, you getting bust down.
No, absolutely.
That's not I needed a hotel by the airport. That's I got a hose tail by the airport.
And don't forget the fact that Atlanta is a transportation city. We have the highest rate of sex trafficking. I won't say this year because I haven't read the statistics, but for several years in recent history in the world, listen, in the world, not just in the states of America, we've had the highest rate of sex trafficking in the world. And if you don't understand
why,
Atlanta was built as a railroad city. We take we got the east to west line and the north to south line. We are a conjunction. And right now,
5 Points is.
Exactly. So we have this town, and mind you, our trucking systems, right? All the highways come through here. All of that brings sex to our city.
We are right here on the coastline.
I mean, so you could dip off that way. Like, it's a lot going on here in Atlanta.
It's a lot.
And so we're in the South. And I think that's part of it.
And don't think that it's just little girls. They sex traffic little boys too.
Old girls, little girls, big boys, old boys. It don't matter. It's human trafficking for sex is how it needs to be described. So yeah, it's y'all got to be careful. And a condom ain't that bad. If a condom, you can't have sex without a condom. How would you say that? If you need no condom to have sex, then you need to get married, basically.
But even still, you have to be careful because I come from the age of my mother constantly warning me about down low men. So even though you're with this man and you're married, there's still a big chance that he's on the down low doing stuff in the booty.
But even if he's doing booty stuff or vagina stuff, either way, just cheating men.
Yeah, I'm just saying where I came, where you were taught, where I was taught. You know what I'm saying? So marriage don't mean shit anyway, because your husband could be husband and another husband.
Your husband could be husbands. I mean, no, and then we have also this culture of like side bitch culture. If she's your side bitch, and then she got a side nigga because she's only your side bitch, and then he got, I mean, it's
and
the
then
tree.
add polygamy.
I mean,
it's a lot going on in
I'm
Atlanta
thinking about
when
doing
it comes
that.
to sex. I ain't gonna front. I do not mind being married.
Yeah, I'm trying to be like I'm thinking of husband brothers. So I got sister wives. I'm trying to have husband brothers.
We're happy and we're singing and we're.
I need all y'all in one house, so I don't got to drive all over the city. No, Anitra was trying to hit her 2-bar baby, y'all. She said, hit a beat, sunshine. She said, if Bill had no condom, he wouldn't have no issues with Hillary Rodham.
This bitch rapping white girl.
I was thinking Sesame Street. Very Sesame Street. The letter of the day is white.
So yeah, there's that. There's that. There's
Wrap it up.
Yeah.
You know what? If you bring back MTV, we might have more condom usage because that's who really that's who I think of when I think of condoms.
I think condoms help more white guys get black girls.
Really?
Yeah, because you didn't get to see how weird it looked.
Colored condoms?
Yeah. The condom took away the
I never thought of that.
Took away the weird.
You might have just helped some white boys out. I never thought if he could just put a condom on. But I like to see it and touch it. But yeah, that's like.
Oh, I gotta inspect it because I want to know. Did you always have this bump?
I need to know if it's red. Does it have a head on it?
Yeah, that looks pustular.
Yeah,
like that. Nope.
Yeah.
Nope.
We definitely inspecting. Definitely
wait
inspecting.
a minute.
You don't remember? Were you here back in? So there was a case out in Rockdale County where the kid, the gonorrhea or syphilis, one of them, the amount of cases exploded. They started investigating, and there was a huge group of teens, and this is 2000, I want to say 2001,
they
right
were all
around
having
then.
Sex with each other?
The game was you put on a porn. Whatever they did in the porn, you did.
That was on Law and Order SVU.
Yeah, they took that from Rockdale County out here. So, but think about that, right? This was before all the social media shit, right? So now we have this shit in our phones. Sex is it's always reminding you to do it.
To have sex.
Yeah. So, I mean, that could be part of the explosion too. It's just way too much sex. Not enough condoms. It's just too much sex. Gotta get it back right. Drink some bleach. Allegedly.
Y'all.
Oh shit, we got more bars. They over here in the comments.
Okay, come on.
This is too many bars. Go ahead.
All right, here we go.
Bar, baby.
I grabbed the condom before I bombed her. She want to do it right now. I had to stop her. Don't want no blue waffles or fire straight shooting out my chopper. Hot as sriracha. Yeah.
Not blue waffles. I remember that shit too.
Look up cauliflower penis.
Woo! Y'all look up blue waffles too. Yo, we just got a collab with Nitra Wolf and General Tao.
Yo.
I fuck with it.
Shout out to everybody who's saying this show is awesome. We appreciate you. Shout out to the person who's on here speaking Spanglish, or it might, I don't know what kind of Spanish it is. It might be Dominican, Mexican, or Spaniard.
I only speak Mexican.
That's
the only one I speak.
But we appreciate you. Keep commenting, even though we don't understand. We're gonna go back and Google it later and find out. Okay. I'm for real. Yeah, so that's where we are with that. We got a few more minutes. This has been a really great show today. Like, it's been really informational, and just I really enjoyed the conversation. It's been great. Let's see what else I pulled up, because I know I pulled up some science shit. We haven't talked science with y'all in a while. So since we're talking about sex, let's talk about science real quick. With weird science, here is my first story. Y'all ready for this? I call it, you want to see my snake?
Ooh, yep. Show me. Is it an anaconda? I feel like Sunshine got an anaconda. I don't know. She does not have garden snake energy.
Scientists have overlooked the snake clitoris until now.
That's strange. Their mouths look like vaginas, though. But go ahead.
They really do.
Yeah, when they open them wide.
You've probably seen a snake's forked tongue, but it's not the slithering animal's only forked body part. Male snakes sport forked genitals called hempines that look a bit like pink cactuses and often have spines to match. What's good enough for him is good enough for her in the subborder serpents. In a paper published on Wednesday in the Proceedings of the Royal Society B, scientists provide the first proper scientific description of the hemiclitoris, or a bifurcated clitoris in female snakes. The study also challenges a long-standing bias in biology linked to cultural attitudes and the dearth of women in the field that has left female sexual anatomy understudied in many species. Not only do snakes have hemiclitors, the study authors report, but the organs also contain nerves and erectile tissue, suggesting they serve a reproductive function and are not just merely vestigial. The subsequent research confirms the presence of a functional clitoris. It could change the assumption that snake sex is coercive. Look it up. Coercive.
Cousin Nicole, where you at?
Now we can consider whether mating in snakes is not just about coercion, but instead about stimulation and seduction.
Did you say coercive?
Coercive.
Oh, coercive.
Coercive.
I thought you said coercive. I know what coercive is.
You know I got a fat tongue. It'll come out all kind of ways. But when you think about it, the only species that we know of that has sex just for pleasure are dolphins, right?
I ain't never asked no dolphin why he do it.
That's scientific.
How they know?
I don't know how they know. I guess watching dolphin porn.
No, you can't tell me.
There's a reason why I've said that I want to do it on a balcony with dolphins watching.
So they can join?
No, because maybe they would do it themselves. No, I want to turn the dolphin on.
No.
How can know good my sex would be if I could turn some dolphins on and goddamn fucking?
I want to know
how dolphin pussy over here.
Of course she goes for the dolphin pussy, not the dolphin dick. Like, come on now. Like, look, how do they know this? We're the same people who put dolphins in a pool and say they love it here, and then now all of a sudden these dolphins attack, and you're like, why? Like, how can y'all tell me dolphins are the only ones who do it for pleasure?
I personally think monkeys do it for pleasure.
Monkeys do everything just like humans because they one step behind.
Have you ever seen a monkey poke fingers and stuff? Like they pinch nipples.
You ever heard turtles? They doing that for pleasure.
Have you ever seen a turtle penis?
Yes.
That shit looks weird.
Ain't no way a female horse is not being pleased either. I don't care what y'all tell me.
Yo, have you ever noticed that you never see male horses in movies?
Because they things be thing.
Yeah, I thought that was the reason. But shout out to Country.
Of course he would know.
You know he knows because one, he country as fuck, but he be on movie sets. He says that the reason why they never use male horses on movies is because if there's any women around that are on their cycles, it's a wrap.
Yeah.
The horse won't what the horse won't.
Yeah. Out in the country, I got some homeboys who stay in Utahville, South Carolina. Check that out. It's about this big. But they have tons of horses. That's the first time I ever saw one. I was like, what is that on the horse? And they're laughing. And they're like,
it's dingle hopper.
No.
That thing hangs.
It's bigger than the horse. But no, but just
and it don't retract like the dogs do. It just there.
That shit is crazy. But yeah, that's just weird. I think dolphins. I don't believe it. I mean, if they're not the only ones, we'll just say that. Because how would y'all fucking know? Did the survey? Was that enjoyable? No, I was just reproducing. Like, but how did they figure that out? Did they see the tears in her eyes? Did you?
I think
dolphins can't moan. It was so good.
penguins get off on having sex too because they mate for life. You gotta enjoy this to keep fucking the same bird over and over again.
Yeah. Do you?
Yes.
You think Grandpa still enjoyed it, even though they was married for life?
No, that's why Edna down the street. Anyways, but yeah, somebody said, "What have y'all been smoking this morning?" Nothing.
Actually, we're sober.
We're sober this morning. Go check last week's.
The pigeon show.
They said make that noise again.
Dolphin sex noise. That's how you do it. It's back. Ooh, yeah, it's back in your throat. That good dolphin sex. You're a little too high.
Oh,
it's out your throat.
Wait. What would a Glorilla dolphin sound like?
That's a glowfin. Shout out to the glowfins swimming at the Memphis Tennessee Aquarium who also put nut on their fries since we're talking about sex.
So
crazy
sorry,
ass.
So
General shout out to that flipper's gonna be calling our phone. I'm just saying.
Yeah. So
yeah, what are we talking about? Snake vaginas? You brought that up, not me. Just so you know. Don't put that on me, Ricky Bobby.
So what have we learned today? We've learned that we don't know who shot her in the foot.
Hold on. What have we? Damn. Can't even do it. I'm gonna face.
I do.
Because everyone knows what glow dolphins sound like. That's why we make the same noise.
So
we do
what
not
have
rehearse.
we learned today? We've learned that it's possible that Kelsey and Tori held the gun together.
Both had their fingers on the trigger
and shot Meg.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
We've learned that in Florida, I need to do something about y'all teachers.
Yeah. No,
because they ignorant.
Stepping.
Yeah, they ignorant.
Mm-hmm.
And then we've also learned that Sunshine wants to have sex in front of dolphins because dolphins have sex for fun, and that if a dolphin sounded like Glorilla, it would sound like. And we also learned that condoms need to be given out to teenagers and grandparents.
Yes. What's my theory? You should only have kids if you're a teenager or a grandparent. You shouldn't have kids in between. Goes with everything I've been saying. Yeah, so that's what we learned today.
Such an informative show. Such an informative show.
Shout out. I gotta meet Glow Dolphin, dog. I gotta meet Glow Dolphin. This shit is crazy. Now I'm thinking about it.
Somebody said, y'all going to hell. Meet me there.
Gasoline draws.
It's gonna be fun.
Well, I'm
taking Amtrak.
I got a rocket ship. We going the long way up first. Then back down.
I can see myself now at the pearly gates. How about, but God, you said you created me in the image of you. Mm-hmm. The hell is you mad about? Obviously, you knew I was gonna say this.
Nah, cool. You know, he gonna be like, make that dolphin noise. We gotta practice. We gotta practice your dolphin noise. If you're gonna have sex with dolphins, you gotta practice your dolphin.
I don't want to have sex with dolphins. Stop saying that. It's a crazy person out there who is gonna try to kidnap me and take me to SeaWorld. And I am not gonna be okay. I want to have sex in front of the dolphins.
But if they enjoy sex, what do you think is gonna happen?
I said I'm on a balcony.
They can do on a balcony.
They in the ocean watching.
They jump. They do. I just need you to rethink dolphin sex.
Better than crab sex. Who
Have
wants
you ever
to have
met an
sex
octopus?
with crabs?
Octopus sex.
That sucks.
Exactly.
Yeah, I get it.
It sucks and has 8 hands. They only have orgies.
I was just about to say, is that like having a threesome by yourself?
Damn, I never thought about
you. Unisexual. All right, we're back. We got to go ahead and just end this show out. It's just time.
10 o'clock.
Glorilla style dolphin sex. I love it. I love it. All right, y'all. This is All Hustle, No Fear. You can catch us here each and every day, Monday through Friday, right here on the Hits 92.3 network. If you have not, I need you to download the Hits 923 app. It is in the Google Play Store or the iTunes Store. Other places you can follow us is on all of your favorite social media platforms. So we're on Bigo. Hey, Bigo. How y'all doing? Thank you for tuning in. We are on Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, TikTok, Twitter. Probably got a Pornhub out there. Who knows?
Dolphin Hub.
Yeah. But you can find us on all social media platforms at All Hustle, No Fear. If you would like to advertise with All Hustle, No Fear, we're looking for new advertisers for the new year. Visit allhustlenofear.com and you can be able to join us and we'll promote you across all of our platforms, okay? Another thing that you can do is if you have new music, just the same way that Gotti the Ghost had today, you can submit your music to us and we will promote it across all of our social media platforms as well as playing it on the radio. Okay. So it's not payola. You don't have to worry about that because not only are we promoting you on the radio, we are promoting you on multiple social media platforms as well as we are currently in syndication on
sounds good
on Spotify,
Enterprise Theater, right?
And Enterprise Theater. I was getting there, but I was gonna try to yell off some of our podcast networks.
Oh, my bad.
I never talk about those. Yeah, you just went straight to TV, but we're voice too. You can hear us. But regardless of the fact, if you would like to be, we talked about sex so much. Look at that. Sex chat came in the group.
Oh man.
Block you. But regardless to the fact, if you'd like to be in the building, if you like to be a guest, or if you would like to join virtually, allhustlenofear.com, be our guest. There's so many ways for you to interact with us. There's so many ways for you to show us support, from following to sharing to reposting. You know what I mean? All of that is great. And we appreciate that. Yeah. All right. We appreciate that. Thank you so much for everything that you guys are doing for us. We're going to keep going because that's the only thing we can do is just keep going. All right. If you need motivation, hit us up. We motivate the hell out of you.
We do.
If you need some love, hit us up. We'll show you some love, but we won't touch you. That costs extra.
Definitely does.
And more than anything, make sure y'all have y'all tails right back here tomorrow. Tomorrow is Friday. I'm going to hit y'all with some more weird science because I had like 5 different things to tell y'all about, but we had all these other conversations today that were just as good. So y'all tune in tomorrow. We got Make It Make Sense, Real Science, Weird Science, and Insta Trolls. Send me some good Insta Trolls and we'll talk about them. If y'all don't send me some good Insta Trolls, then we're going straight to Ask the Hood. That's just what we do.
Yes.
That's what we do.
I love both.
So, y'all make sure y'all stay tuned to All Hustle, No Fear. We thank you so much for tuning in and joining us. And you got anything to say, Alex?
Nope. Shout out to that glow flipper sound is the last thing I just read.
Oh, yeah.
But no, y'all just drink your water, stay moisturized, and use condoms.
Yep.
Because I ain't trying to get sick either. Shit.
No sicky dickies around here. No sicky dickies. This is All Hustle, No Fear on Hits 92.3. I'm going to play some music to get out of here and play my little brother, Joey H. Shout out to him for jumping off of stages and doing all kind of big
name
things.
On the marquees.
Yeah, my
sold
brother's
out
doing
dates.
big things. I'm real proud of him. Real proud of him. Can't wait till I can get him in the hot seat and really be able to interview him. So y'all make sure y'all stay tuned to All Hustle, No Fear. and all of the great shows that are going to be on Hits 92.3 today. It's Thursday. You know, we got a strong lineup on Thursdays. All right. So here we go. This is Joey H with GED 7249. Ew.
No Mr. Nice Guy, bring the mitts out. And catch the fade, you think I fade, I'm on the list now. This leap of faith is so important, taking risks now. In the rear, I see some peers who got their wrists out. I'm going Treylou, leave at home to get the rings. They still left Quaaludes, the water shining fame. Just remember who has made you, cause when you elevate it, they gon' try to cut the cables and let you fall into a wasteland. Don't let these talents go to waste, man. Knowledge is power, got my mind inside my waistband. If they wanna test, I will hasten. Spur of the moment, got the heat, I'm Roger Mason, embracing. They best trap in a full press. Can't stop the plan to turn a port into a fortress. Can't stop somebody when he know just where he going. D Brown with the pump, no look, never showing.
I'ma finish my jam, never showing my hand. Never showing my hand. I'ma finish my jam, never showing my hand.
2 extra lines, that's supersonic. Leaving the city like supersonics a deal. I never sign it, I'm self-made. I'm my own offspring, forget what you offering. A nightmare that's often occurring is off these. MCs catch offers, then I'm bagging at off these. An officer asked me and my white homies Boston while they painting they false truth. No justice like David in 96 and they trade you after saying they got you. I learned that I got me when Father Time do his work. I'm in the casket alone, that's why I stay by myself. No getting played in the newest year, it's an Norris code world. And we just trapped in the Frigidaire, but I never fidget there. Stage fright doesn't happen to a pro, I hope you know that. Throw the crown on the king, kiss the ring and just fall back.
I'ma finish my jam, never showing my hand. Never showing my hand. I'ma finish my jam, never showing my hand. Right, doesn't happen to me.
All Hustle No Fear is booking new interviews for 2022. If you're ready to come on All Hustle No Fear and to promote your business, your music, or your political campaign, all you have to do is visit hoodunicorn.com/be our guest. Come into the studio, give us a call, or book a virtual interview today. That's right. We have so many ways that we can see you and network with you. We make it easy for you. Come on in, wake up early, and let's wake up the rest of the hood on All Hustle, No Fear, right here on Hits 92.3, the real definition of internet radio. Ew.